Hey!
Hi,
Welcome to Scripts and Giggles with Shoshanna.
I'm Marnie.
So, your girl went to go and see Bad Bunny not last night, last week.
Wow, already messing it up. When did you guys see
I'm
him?
going to see Bad Bunny tonight. When?
Yeah,
Sunday,
tell us about that.
night 2. It was really fun. Bad Bunny looked amazing from the magnified view.
Zoom,
Zoom. I mean, definitely emphasize that I need to buy a new phone because my camera being blurry. I mean, it was okay, blurry, but no, it was a good time.
You can't get good zoomed in pictures. That's the thing.
No,
you
it
just
is
can't.
hard. It's really hard. Even
Unless you've got like a proper professional camera.
which don't allow you to even take it into the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but some people were able to get away with it because he was giving out like little mini cameras, which is very annoying because by the time I got there, I've run out. I got there. I thought I got there with enough time. I wanted to get there so that I didn't really care too much about the opening acts, even though I know, sometimes you go and see the opening acts and they become big, but I didn't care too much. But the walk and the transport to get there is what added like an extra 30 minutes to the journey. But like, had a great time, great performances. The audio in Tottenham was a bit mushy and not great. But also, that being said, like the whole Latin community, they rallied behind this concert and they were shouting to the top of their lungs every single word to his song. So I could barely hear Bad Bunny, but the vibes were great. And I don't know a lot of Spanish. I'm learning. I learned it at the beginning of the year, some beginner Spanish. Took a pause. I will go back again. So I think I probably understood about 10 to 15%. Maybe that's a bit too much, but 10 to 15% of Spanish, and then everything else was vibes. But I had a really great time. He looked great. He changed twice. He had the suit on at the beginning.
Did you wear the suit or?
No, he just changed into like the athleisure wear
I feel like if
afterwards.
you wear a suit, it should just be immediately a tearaway.
No, you know what? The suit should
That's
be.
what 50 Cent did.
Of course he would, but like 50
Just
Cent.
kept ripping
Of
clothes
course
off.
he
It was
would.
brilliant.
So, but what I would have loved Bad Bunny to wear is that suit he wore for the Met Gala, where he wore the suit with the backless.
You love a man just like a slut. That's a slutty thing.
It is such
a man hasn't ever worn
honestly,
ever.
but it looks so good. Like his back. Oh, what a great suit. But anyway, it's up there with the black coat. And if you know,
I'd like to list of things that Shoshanna likes: men in black wool coats, men in backless suits.
No, it was really just Bad Bunny in the backless suit.
I'd like to live.
Yeah, if you
also turned up to a wedding in a
no, there's no way.
Why? You like the suit?
No.
What about for the reception?
No.
Why?
It depends on what type of event. No, I actually don't think that's appropriate.
To have your back out.
That's like when not Rue. What's that game? The girl from Jules. What she wore to that girl's Sydney Sweetie's wedding in Euphoria. That was wild. That's what a backless suit will give.
That was barely a dress. You had a front to the suit.
Yeah, true.
His titties are not out.
It's true.
Just his spine.
I don't know. It's a bit too much. We can wear it for the after party in my house.
Why am I putting on a whole suit for after party? It's just me and you.
That's how I like it.
Yeah, I'm sure that is how you like it. Eating breakfast the next morning, he's wearing a backless suit because that's what you like.
But anyway, it was not a backless suit, even though we would have loved it to be. And then he got changed into. He had 2 other changes, but yeah, it was really nice. It was great to hear like all the songs. I don't know like loads of his back catalogue, apart from like of course the most recent album. Like that's the one that most people. Well, not most people.
That's what the tour's for, right?
Yeah, that was, exactly. So a lot of those songs were played, which was great. But there's also some like other ones from previous albums that I've like listened to and really like, and I'm glad that he's played those as well. So I had a really good time. It was really fun. It was busy, but again, thousands of people at the Tottenham Stadium. And I'm glad I saw him. Yeah. That was basically it. I didn't get the post-stadium blues, post-show blues like a lot of people that I saw on social talking about, or even people I know who went to the show had. But we were just talking about this off air that that's maybe not the kind of people we are. Yeah. We go to great shows, we enjoy them, we'll kiki about them afterwards, but it's just a great moment. You don't really feel the blues afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to see Ketchenada and Rosalia recently.
Yeah.
And I just like have been playing that Rosalia album ever since. So yeah, I don't have the blues because I'm just like, this was so good when I saw it live. Like, I'd listened to that album before we went, but I wasn't like, this is incredible. And then the show actually just made me fall in love with the album, which is, I think, what the purpose of those things are.
True.
And so now I'm playing it being like, this sounded exactly the same in the studio.
Yeah.
Like, she's a talent.
That's amazing.
I'm very glad I got to go and see that. So, yeah, I'm not like, oh, I just want to take me back.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, where were both of those?
Both at the O2.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Although I don't think the O2 was the right space for Kate Trinada.
He feels like he's like, I mean, he's like kind of clubby. He's like Alexandra Palace, like what Josie was.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
Should have done.
Or maybe a bit bigger, but
yeah, it was. I think that like club vibe is lost in a room in a space that big.
Yeah.
And he was trying to like play with the audience, but it's like there's 50,000 people in here right now, whatever. Like it's hard. It's hard.
It is really hard.
And you can't get that intimate club vibe, but you kept on saying like, guys, this isn't a concert, this is a club, and it's like, well, it's a concert.
It is a concert.
It's a concert. I'm sitting in. You don't sit in. Where are you sitting in the club?
Yeah.
True. You're missing all of that, like, hot, sweaty, like, it just wasn't like that.
The fact that when we used to go out at uni and the walls would have sweat, like, just dripping down it. Ugh.
You would just be, like, sandwiched, and that was the point as well. Like, you're going, it's a good night if the pub's packed. It's not good if it's empty.
Maybe he's better for, like, festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. He would definitely, I think he did do an All Points East, didn't he?
Yeah. I think Oh, yeah, probably, yes, he did. And
because we were thinking of going and we didn't.
Yeah. Sad. Shame. But yeah.
Should we get on to pop culture? Oh, unless you have anything else
No,
to say?
I was just going to say it was a good time. Let's go into pop culture news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with one that is near and dear to my heart.
Go on, which?
Taylor Swift's wedding. I'm
my gosh,
excited, sister. I cannot wait to see my girl Taylor getting married.
I'm so done.
I actually thought they weren't going to do this. I thought they weren't going to go through this like whole song and dance and actually get. I thought this was going to be one of those like 7-year engagement things.
Yeah.
And then I hear on TikTok, not only are they getting married at Madison Square Garden, which is
crazy,
a stadium, an arena.
I'm trying to imagine it because I have been to Madison Square Garden and it's like
it's the O2.
It's O2. It's O2 of the US, of New York, excuse me.
So bizarre. On the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because we love America. We're Americans.
Oh my gosh.
It's very. I don't think about Taylor Swift that often, as we've discussed, but like this is very tacky to me.
Yeah.
I don't think she was so gaudy, but I guess maybe. Again, going back to the post she did when they got engaged, where she was like, your favorite art teacher's marrying this PE teacher. It's like, oh, maybe you're actually a bit of a loser. Like, just a little bit. And getting married at Madison Square Garden and having like 5,000 guests.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those things where you're getting married in Madison Square Garden because it's like, well, actually,
it's for the fans.
Yeah, like it's so obvious, and it's so like it's not one of those things where it's like secret, like get away. We're going to secret islands to get married. Like to this day, no one knows where Beyonce got married to Jay-Z. No one knows
where Zendaya got married.
No one knows where they was
married.
I mean, they confirmed it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what we didn't even know.
No, we didn't know. There's not one picture, and I would love to see her dress. That's actually all I would care to see is her dress.
So would I.
She doesn't even need to be in the dress. I just want to see like what design she went with.
Hanging up on a door.
Because also in my head it's gonna be like super simple. Like I think like for what we all know about Zendaya, she would do something that's very simple and something that's just very like connected to just her and Tom. Like how he sees her.
A backless suit.
So dumb. I just think I would like to see that. I don't think I would like to see that at all. I'm sure she would, but yeah.
That's not...
No. But yeah, it's really, I'm surprised. In my head, I keep on thinking, maybe within the Madison Square Garden, they would just create like a little marquee that's like a very small part of the stadium, and that's where they get married.
I think they're building a castle in there or something like that. Somebody said, like, it's a set. Like, it's a way to make people feel like this is legit.
Yeah,
is to turn it into even more of a farce. Like, I don't know. That relationship, a showman's with a capital S. Like when you look up showman's, I think that this should go in there.
Travis Kelce will always be the guy that liked black women.
Light is not. I don't think that man has stopped liking black women. I think that his brand has required him to marry Taylor Swift. He's gonna be cheating on that woman with big booty bitches. And I think she's going to be okay with that.
She probably will be.
Because she's secretly a lesbian. It is what it is.
Oh, my Lord.
It is what it is. We don't know. And I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I don't know who this is for, but it's not for, I don't think it's for the, oh yeah, apparently. The other thing as well is like, you getting married at Madison Square Gardens and having that publicized means your fans are going to be camped outside. Like,
this is my theory.
Go on.
I think they're using Madison Square Gardens as a decoy. They're not going to get married there. They're going to get married somewhere else. And they're using it as a decoy, fueling that rumor so no one will suspect that they actually get married. That's now my feeling. I cannot believe someone like her will get married there. Okay, if it was real, like a real love.
Yeah, if it was real, you'd never do that.
You wouldn't. So that's why I keep on thinking, all her fans will know, all her fans are like crazy and obsessed. Maybe they'll just use it as a decoy and then they actually get married somewhere else. That's what I'm hoping. It's a rumor that the rumors like swim and live and then get married.
I actually do hope they do the Madison Square Garden thing. I think it would be very cool. It will go down as in history. And then when they eventually get divorced, we'll be able to pull up all of these receipts of like, well, they did get married in Madison Square Garden, sweetheart. What did you think? But all the best to those two, I guess. Yeah,
happy married life.
They're not the only lovebirds at the moment.
Oh, no. No! Oh my God, I'm trying to replicate what he sang.
Somebody, the comment said, oh, is that the mosquito flying around your room right now? And I was like, no, for real. So
who was talking about?
Jussie Smollett decided to do a performance for a Pride event. He was off key. The dance moves was given Ankh. He was dressed like Ankh. What is this man doing even on the stage still? I know.
I think what was making me laugh was like, they were saying, oh, he brought the Nigerian brothers as his backup dancers.
Oh, yes,
because it looks a lot like them.
Yes, I also saw that. So I see that, I laugh.
Yeah.
Then I see like what People Magazine or E! Or someone had posted pictures of Jussie and Karama Brown from
Queer Eye
walking down the street, touching each other's faces, and they're like, these two are in a relationship. And I said, oh.
I thought, honestly, I did think it was a joke. I was like, oh, maybe they're friends.
They're friends. Yeah, I thought they're mates walking down the street. And then somebody posted another angle of that performance.
Yes.
And the camera pans and
Kara's
right at the front.
He was looking in pride as Justin Smollett.
He didn't look proud, but he was definitely looking. He was definitely going, okay,
what's going on?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a singing.
No. What song was he even singing?
God knows. And he was like, "Oh, I'm not her anymore." I'm like, girl,
shut the fuck up. You are a parody of yourself.
The thing is, it's so hard. Like, to this day, I've watched so many documentaries about the Justin Smollett ordeal, and parts of me want to believe him, but it's so far-fetched, this story, that I'm finding it so hard to actually believe him that he was innocent in this.
He was not innocent.
I know he's not.
Way. I'm also reviewed the second documentary. I thought, maybe we're going to find out some new information. And I thought it was interesting, like at the end when they had everyone watch the footage and they were like, what race are those two men? And everyone had different answers. I was like, oh yeah, the evidence is not great.
Yeah.
But this is not the only piece of evidence that we have, okay? So before we go, because you can't tell who the brothers are in the video, none of it's real, understand he went to go buy a Subway sandwich at 3 a.m. Two racist people came up, put a noose around his neck, shouting KKK or like White Lives Matter or whatever, threw bleach on him.
Oh God, yeah, forgot that.
He never dropped the Subway sandwich. He's walked home with the noose around his neck, holding the sandwich, walked into his building, got in the house, right?
Oh.
Naturally, you're scared, you're shaking. Takes the noose off at home, calls the police, please come. He's put the noose back on. Okay? What's happening? The first person you called was your manager as well, not the police.
No.
Then, separate to that, these two brothers say you paid them to come and pretend to assault you. There's footage of these boys travelling from their house to this place. And then really I feel like they only ratted on you because you never paid them.
True. But the thing that always gets me is why because I don't like it can't be
the
that
why
deep.
is very confusing.
Yeah, it can't be that deep that you want to show how popular you are for your negotiations with the network.
Yes.
For you to fake a whole ordeal and crime, like a race crime against you. It doesn't make sense. That's why I've always been like question mark about everything to do with this show, this documentary, was because I did not know the why. And I still to this day do not understand the why.
I don't know if we'll ever understand the why, because I actually don't. I think it's like you have a mental issue.
Yeah.
Like that was not for the network, it wasn't for anything. It was like, because he also, again, what he did admit this in that Netflix documentary was that like he had a drug problem at the time.
Yes, he did.
So you also probably weren't thinking straight. No. Like you weren't yourself. Maybe this made sense in like a high state. And even though you tried to say, no, I didn't have a drug problem, I was asking them to buy me steroids so I could get jacked.
Yeah.
Like, it's like even that his long-winded explanation for why they would want to set him up is because he was asking them to go to Nigeria to buy steroids. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's stupid. All of it, every single story, you're like, this is so absurd. And maybe that's what he should have done. He should continue to double down, like create more and more confusing, weird stories that people just went, you know what, this whole thing is a mess.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it. But,
unfortunately,
the police, you went to the police, you had them investigate if that wasn't real, and that became a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you went, out in the public eye, which is fair. And now you're back dating Karamo, who also
he's going
has accused the rest of the Fab Five, or Fab Four, I guess, to Bobby, he's accused of bullying him.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially racially, I don't know. So now the two victims penalised by this. Do you know what it's actually giving? It's giving Megan Good and that guy.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what it's giving.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Karamo, it's Karamo I'm the most gagged by. Jussie, I understand. Karamo, I thought he had more sense than this.
Yeah, I was like, what? I am still questioning, how did you guys even meet?
Pride Month as well. Is this how you want to honour Marsha P. Johnson, by behaving in this way?
But like, in what are the circles that for them to meet? So
I saw a tweet that was like, basically people online have been saying that Karamo doesn't date black men.
I mean,
and then the tweet was like, so he went for the lightest one. Which
we need to stop doing it. I feel like we pressure black men to date black people because we said that they don't date black people. Look at what's his face, the hot guy from Black Panther.
Which hot guy?
The one from Michael B. Jordan. Everyone said that he didn't date black women, so he went to go and date not Tiana. No, he did date Tiana.
Who was Tiana dating? Oh no, the other guy, the light skin guy.
And also same thing. Aaron Pierre. No one thought he was dating a black woman. He dated Tiana Taylor, and Michael B. Jordan dated the Harvey girl,
Laurie
Harvey.
But aren't those just shame answers? Because
probably are.
I've also heard that Michael B.
I know Michael B. doing stuff.
Michael B. doing stuff, and it's not women.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know
either. But like, honestly, nobody thinks about either one of these men, and now we're being forced to. I'm like, if we are gonna just be bombarded now, Karamo, Jussie Smollett content, I don't have. But it's too much. Somebody said in the tweet when they posted the picture, they said there's too much going on in the world.
There is, but I am also so fascinated by this pairing.
I think they should do like a exclusive,
and
we should get like a full photo shoot,
and then he does a performance put together. Does he sing? Does Karamo sing?
I don't think he does.
Okay, maybe he can like style the backup dancers.
He's not stylist. He's a wellness. He was a wellness guy.
Oh.
He was a guy who said, "Let's fix the problems between you and your husband."
Well, maybe and
then maybe that's why they did. Maybe he's actually Jussie's therapist now.
That's not nice. Right about that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see. This could be a really interesting showmance. This could be very real, or this could be two troubled people just being like, you know what, let's find love, or let's really make the most of this moment.
Do you think that like Karamo has been like, be for real? Did that thing happen to you? And Jussie's been like, obviously that didn't happen. Obviously, do you think he's been real? Karamo's also going to be like, he was wrongly accused or something like.
He's giving Megan Good, yeah. I think it
Just gonna get on the screen and be like, "This is my what is it? What did he call her? Loretta Scott King." Karamo is Justice Smollett's Loretta Scott King.
Maybe. I think it depends on how long they're going to be together. But that being said, if you are with someone who has been accused of something, at one point, even if it's just pillow talk, you're going to turn around and be like, so.
We'll go on with that.
Yeah. It's true, not true.
Yeah, put a finger down.
Yeah.
You lied about it.
Yeah, I just feel like a conversation would happen at one point that you just be like, it's really itching me alive. I must find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not date Justice Smollett, but I feel like even to get to the stage of dating him, at some point you must have said to him, like, I can't believe that happened to you, and I definitely believe it's real. And then at some point, once you start dating, like, level with me, though. Was that true? You're allowed to tell me now. We've been together.
I was going to say, how quickly in this relationship would you...
No, you actually have to tell me from the jump.
No, I think look.
You need to tell me from the jump.
Obviously, it depends what it is. Because if it's like, yeah, you know what? Whatever it is, I need to find out. I need to know.
Yeah, I need to.
Because it'll be eating you alive. Honestly, you'll be like, you'll be always looking at him going, is this the day he's going to come back and say, someone tried to do a hate crime on me?
That hadn't even crossed my mind. But what you just suggested, which is that, like, the whole time you're dating him, you're just thinking, oh, is he going to say this has happened again? Or is so funny.
God.
Honey, oh my God, call the police.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, anytime something happens, she's like, is it true though?
Is this real?
So yeah, I feel like you need to have the conversation early.
The boy who cried wolf type situation, you know?
It's so hard. It's so hard. But yeah, I'm so glad that we both had this on our culture news, because when I saw that video, that gagged me hard.
I said, not now, Jossie.
No,
not now.
Well, like, the thing is,
it's the World Cup. We don't have time for this.
It's really hard because I'm sure, Empire paid him some money while he was doing the show. But I wonder how he's been able to have a livelihood since then, after all the cases and prison and all that stuff, like how he's been able to live and sustain himself. So maybe he still needs to be in the public eye to be able to get money.
What do you think Lucius would have thought of that performance?
Lucius would have walked out. Lucius would have walked out.
The clip that's stuck in my head right now is that scene when in the show he's singing that song, When a Man Loves a Man. And Lucius was like dancing that person.
That's what I was thinking about, like, literally.
That show was crazy.
It was a wild show. It was a wild show.
That show was crazy.
I still can't believe that show was there. I mean, but for some people, it put Taraji P. Henson on the map.
She was fantastic in that show.
She won the award. Did she win the Golden Globe for it?
I don't know. Did she?
I remember she won something big from Empire, because Cookie was everywhere.
Yeah,
like it was a iconic character. It put her on the map. The show was crazy.
I gotta put me first, Lucius.
Yeah.
It's just insane, great soapy.
The thing, in a wider scheme of things, is a cultural
phenomenon.
It's a cultural phenomenon, but also a telenovela. Like it was. So, but I heard I know you told me about the polygamist, which is, I got spoiled what happened at the end.
Who spoiled it?
I listened to a podcast, but it's fine. I will still watch it. I also didn't know how it was gonna have so many sex scenes.
Oh, baby.
I mean, it's called The Polygamist, but I wasn't
expecting it either.
Yeah.
When it was the first one, I was like, oh, maybe it's just this.
Yeah.
Then
clap. Oh, clap.
All the way through this.
What?
The whole way through the series. That man is clapping cheeks.
And apparently he's not that hot.
Well, you'll see when you watch it.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I will watch it, but 20 episodes though.
They're 20 minutes. When I tell you the show is juicy.
Oh, amazing.
I didn't have anything going into it, but I really was like, oh, play the next one ASAP.
Okay, cool. I will take a watch. But yeah.
When I was watching it, I was really enjoying it because it gave me a chance to work on my South African accent. I was having so much fun. They could be like, piss off. Piss off. I love it.
That's how South African neighbours, and you're there going,
No, fuck South Africa. What do you mean? They're xenophobic. They're kicking all the African immigrants out of the country.
Oh, crap, I keep hearing, yeah.
Sorry.
I know.
Just because you guys have a fun accent doesn't mean that you can do that, you know?
No.
Just because you guys had apartheid doesn't mean you can. We all suffered on the continent.
Yeah.
Relax.
It's hard as well. Because someone asked me, where would you like to next travel? I was like, my list also, it does include South Africa. I would like to go. But everyone's like, I mean, it's not anytime soon, but I would one day like to go and visit.
Yeah, so would I.
So,
and you guys are ruining it.
Yeah, come on, man.
You're ruining it.
Anyway.
Can't be judging people. Exactly. That's dark. I don't like that.
I mean, we are going to start judging a couple of shows.
We could judge.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah. Should we move on to our reviews? Because we've got 2 shows.
Please, we need to.
Okay, so show number 1, Alice and Steve.
Jesus.
Is a show for Hulu written by Sophie Goodhart, who wrote on Rivals,
Okay,
The Baby, and Sex Ed. She did 7 episodes of Sex Ed.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And directed by Tom Kingsley, who did This Is Going to Hurt, and one of my favourite comedies, Staff Let's Flax.
I've never watched it and wasn't able to get into it, but I love What's His Face, the lead, because I worked with him on a show to market his show.
Yeah, I was
Jamie Demetriou.
I think I might have... No, I haven't. There was a period of time where I was like, this is it for me.
Wait, Prush-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? He's a funny guy.
He is funny, he's tall.
He's tall. I mean, I only saw him in a video call, but he's funny.
He's kind of...
He's not bad looking.
He's in Fleabag as well. He plays like the weird, ugly guy that she meets on the bus.
When was that? God,
in like the first season.
Oh, God, I can't remember that. God, Fleabag feels like a century ago.
Yeah.
Goodness me. But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
To talk about Jamie Demetriou right now. And it is a series starring Nicola Walker, Jermaine Clement, Joel Fry, and I'd never seen her in anything, but she's also the next lead, I guess. But Yali Topol Margulies, who plays Izzy, who we will get to in a second.
Oh, we will. Also, the thing is, Jermaine Clement, is he black?
No, he is Maori.
He's Maori. I was like, Jermaine is a black name. Sorry.
You can't just go around accusing people of being black because their name is Jermaine.
No, but also he looks like he's been in stuff. But
he has. He's in Flight of Conchords. My favorite show and favorite brand.
No, the thing is, he did look familiar, but I have not seen him in anything recently. But I've just seen his discography includes that you said Flight of the Conchords, Men in Black. He's in Moana. He's in Rio. He does a lot of voice work, but I had not seen him before, even though he looks familiar.
Yeah, he does an episode of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I love him.
Yeah, Joel Fry is familiar. He was in Plebs, Cruella.
He was in a show called White Van Man on the BBC, which is very good. And he lives
around the corner, doesn't he?
He lives around the corner from me.
He looks like he's local as well.
I've seen him several times. Not recently, so he might not live there anymore, but I also don't live there anymore. So
yeah, true, yeah.
But he looked good in this. I was like...
He did. 42.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for us.
Yeah. So,
not too old?
Not young, though.
Still can take care of me.
Yeah. How tall is he?
He's like 6'5". He's tall.
Okay, cool.
Relax.
Sorry, he's around the corner. He's local.
Not around the corner from you. You don't live there.
He's a South London boy.
Okay, if you say so.
Look, as you know, we're going to talk about the next show where I've seen the South London boy as well. So
you bet we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
So
yeah,
the premise of I mean, I'm going to just really run through what happens on the show because it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
But basically, Alice and Steve, best mates. Mm-hmm. They also used to date at one point.
Yeah,
they're now in their 50s, late 40s, early 50s, I think.
Yeah.
Alice has 2 kids, Dom and Izzy.
Yeah.
And
Izzy's like 26. Yeah.
She and Steve go to a funeral. Steve ends up staying at their house. Izzy has come back home because she's broken up with her boyfriend. Izzy and Steve then sleep together that night because there is very little lead up to this.
Absolutely no lead up.
Anyway,
Steve is drunk, I believe. Well,
they're both
yeah.
But you know, we'll get to why that's crazy when we get into our thoughts.
Yeah.
Off the back of sleeping together, Steve is like avoiding Izzy. Izzy, however, has decided that she likes him. Yeah. She wants to date him.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool. Alice has come round to speak to Steve, sees Izzy's there. She's like, why is Izzy here? Izzy's like, I slept with him. Izzy tells her mum that she has slept with Steve. Alice obviously is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's freaking out. Izzy's like, I like him and he likes me. And Steve's like, yes. And then, obviously, naturally, Alice is as upset as you would be.
Yes.
They decide they're going to start dating. She says, okay, maybe I need to meet them where they're at. I'm going to throw a dinner. I'll invite all her stupid little young people friends. It's going to make him feel stupid. They'll break up. They have the dinner. It goes the way that Alice wants it to go at first. And then Steve starts like winning the crowd over when they're playing a game, which is driving Alice mad. Off the back of that, Izzy takes Steve upstairs in her mother's home and has sex with him while everybody is downstairs. They come back downstairs and Mum was like, are you guys okay?
Yeah, are you well?
And she literally, I was like, everybody is acting very, very calm.
Including...
I would have beat the shit out of both.
Honestly, including the husband. Like, Joel Fry's character Daniel is Alice's husband, but stepfather.
Yeah, he's her, second husband? No, I don't think she didn't marry Izzy's dad.
Yeah.
He's her,
first husband, but stepfather to Dom and Izzy.
No, because Dom's dad.
Oh, sorry, apologies. Yeah. He's Dom's dad, but stepfather to Izzy. And he seems to be very, very calm about everything.
Yes, but I think he's more so trying to gauge why Alice is upset.
Yeah.
And thinks it's because she's kind of like, well, Steve's mine.
Yeah.
Which, again, they did sleep together and date at one point. Exactly. And that's her best friend. So Alice then decides she's going to destroy Steve's life. She gets him fired from his work. She gets his job taken off him.
Yeah.
He gets her fired from her work. She basically blacklisted in the industry because he shares a video that makes her seem like she's racist.
Yeah.
They are ruining each other's lives.
Yeah.
And then Izzy says to Steve, surprise, surprise, I'm pregnant. I said, you hood rat. You nasty little hood rat bitch. You must hate your mum.
Honestly?
You must hate that woman.
Honestly?
You must hate her.
Honestly.
But also I was like, there's no way she's pregnant with that quickly.
Yeah, I was like...
Because she had a boyfriend just before she started hooking up with Steve.
And they only said like, what? Together, once, twice.
No, they started dating, so they must be fucking that whole time. And also they had the audacity to say to Alice, best sex I've ever had. Anyway, we move. She's now pregnant. They call up Alice. Guess what? You're gonna be grandma, and Daddy is your best friend.
The nightmare continues.
Yeah. Alice,
the saxophones were loud.
The fact that Alice doesn't just commit murder suicide is impressive.
I mean, there's points when you can see in her eyes.
Has completely lost, her entire. She's having a mental breakdown. And I feel like the show isn't very sympathetic to that, but we'll get to that. Izzy goes to have a scan. The baby's like 3 months old. They're like, but that's not possible. They're not even dating a month. It's turns out Steve's not the dad. But Steve says, I want to be dad to baby and I want to marry you. So now they're engaged.
The saxophones were loud.
They've got engaged now. It's time for the wedding. They've jumped. The show is jumping, which is why it's hard to gauge how long they were together. All that stuff. They're at the wedding venue now. Alice at this point is pointing a guns at Steve. is making nasty speeches. Like she's going balls to the wall. She did everything she can at this point. Everyone is mad at her though.
Yeah.
Then her Dom, who's got this like C-list story going on with this girl called Rome. Oh, this non-binary person called Rome, I think. They're non-binary in the show. They are about to have sex. They knock over a candle. The entire building goes up in flames.
Oh, yeah.
Alice gets her kids out, then goes in because no one knows where Steve is. Then Daniel goes after Alice, but he can't get to her. So they think they might have died in the fire, but she finds Steve and they can't get out. So they go on the roof and they have to jump. And that's where we leave them.
Yeah.
And that is
Alice and Steve. So
thoughts.
Yeah. So I seen the trailer for the show, about two best friends and one of the best friend's daughters sleeps with the other best friend and, everything else ensues. So I kind of went in going, okay, how are we going to make this a comedy and how is this going to stay funny? And after I watched the first episode, I remember thinking, we've still got 5 more episodes to go of this. What else is there to talk about? This story is done. Because to me, I was feeling for Alice. The whole time I was feeling for Alice because you guys sleep with I don't care if she's 26. That's my baby. That's my child.
You would have known me when I was pregnant. You would have known me when I birthed this girl. You would have known this girl growing up, and now you are going to put your penis inside of her. After you put your penis inside of me.
I even forget that part as well. But it's the fact we have been friends for so long, 20 plus years. So you've seen this girl grow up. So how long have you been waiting for her to be grown up for you to then eventually sleep with her? That's the messed up nonsense. It would make me question, were we ever friends, or are you a paedophile? Because to me, after the reason why I said that the show is done is because this friendship cannot be retrieved. There's no way that this friendship can come back. Even, her being pregnant, I mean, that was adding even more screws to the coffin of the death of this relationship.
Why is my friend calling me grandma? Why is my friend
friend's grandma? See, it doesn't make sense. Then, towards the end, as I was watching it, before we get to the wedding and then what happens at the end, I started to get I started to have this thinking about what's going on and what I'm starting to see in TV. And it's really interesting that you said that one of the writers is from Rivals, because I watched Rivals series 1. I'm starting series 2, but I'm finding it hard to connect. But I've watched a couple of episodes of series 2. And one of the things in series 1 that they also tried to ship was this age gap relationship between the guy that's supposed to be like the heartthrob, which
who's like in his 40s.
In his 40s.
And this girl who's like 21.
Exactly, who is was called, I can't remember,
the daughter of his like rival.
Rivals, yeah.
And then rivals.
Yeah, boom. And so they tried to really ship them, and then even in series 2, like they're like, oh, they're lost lovers, like they're like this forbidden love, they're not supposed to be.
Yeah, she's the only woman he's ever loved.
Exactly.
Like, there was that energy towards the end of the series that was starting to grate on me.
Exactly.
Sure.
Because this guy's a hoe, but he's not going to soften for this 20-year-old girl. Oh, I think she's like 19 going on 20.
She's young.
And then to see this same thing happen with a girl that's like, again, half the age of Steve is also disgusting. So me, I was like, is this narrative trying to normalize these type of age gap relationships, especially of the male being older, female being younger type of thing? Because it's given predatory, even though at times the portrayal of Steve was supposed to be like soft and his mild mannered. He's a hairdresser. Like, he will listen to you as you cut your hair. Like, he's not a bad guy. But then Alice is crazy. Like, that was frustrating me because I was 100% in Alice's predicament. I could see why she was frustrated. I could see why she wants to take revenge. I could see that there was no more friendship. I didn't see jealousy, because I think what they're trying to imply was like, oh, she's jealous because, she would have wanted to sleep with Steve. And I don't think I got that. I felt like, she very much loved her husband. Yes, the relationship that she has with Steve, okay, prior to the sleeping, him sleeping with her daughter, but they had such a close tight relationship. And if there was going to be an opportunity for them to sleep together, they would have done it already. And they did when they were younger.
Yeah.
So I just felt like, I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's just the absolute frustration that you have taken something that is my child and tried to really muck that up and then get her pregnant. That part, before we found out who the father was, and I was very relieved to find out that it was the ex-boyfriend, even if he was a waste of space. That whole scene, him wanting to still marry her, I feel like, you hate me.
You hate me.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I think the show was like tripping over itself to not mention the fact that Steve will have seen this girl grow up.
Yeah.
It really tried to make it seem like, oh, she's just popped up out of nowhere, but that's not true. She used to live at home. Yeah. She had been living with the boyfriend. They broke up, so she came back home. So this is not a girl you've never met before.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the show implies, yes, that Alice's response is over the top.
Yeah.
I don't think it is over the top, because I find, so one of the things about the show that I think is a commentary on like the way that modern shows have lost this like charm. And it's interesting. I watched a video today about the American Office, who were talking about how the first season of the show tried to replicate the UK Office.
Yeah.
And the UK Office was like a cringe fest. Yeah. That was supposed to make you uncomfortable, and the laughter was coming from like how bleak things were. And Americans don't do that, right?
No.
They actually need there to be some charm.
Yeah.
I do think that UK sensibility of like everyone in the show's a dick, to me, in this situation, felt so jarring. Because like Alice is not a likable person.
No.
They made her into someone who's like, she's mean and horrible to her husband. She's mean and horrible to her kids. She has no other friends but but Steve, and she ruins his life too. She's just a fucking mess, right? But equally, this terrible thing has happened to her. Because you've presented her as this like deeply unlikable character, we're supposed to, I think, feel like she's not allowed to be deeply upset about something that would upset any normal person. You don't have to have like you don't have to be a person who flies off the handle as they keep trying to present her as like, oh, you've got a quick temper, you don't think, you're so self-involved, all of that stuff. And I think the attempt to make Steve this like soft, likable guy is an attempt to, like you said, make it okay. That, and even also imply that Izzy is the one pushing that. Like, if you look at it, every decision that they make is Izzy pushing him.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should date. I think we should do this. They keep presenting him as like, oh, I don't really know what's happened. I've fallen into this situation with Izzy.
She even initiated the kiss with him. But, I mean, he went in.
But this is what I'm saying. You are a grown-ass man. Just because you cut hair doesn't mean you don't know when someone's coming onto you.
Yeah.
You would never entertain that if you didn't want to entertain that.
Oh, yeah, true.
So he is not blameless. And I was like, he's also not likable then as a result, because he's sitting here being like, how did this happen to me while you're fucking my daughter?
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, sorry.
Let's be for real. Like, honestly, let's be for real.
Why can't we all move past this? You don't have nothing to move past. I have everything to move past.
Exactly.
Then Izzy, is a bitch. You're a bitch. The way that you talk to your mum, the fact that she first slept with him in the mum's house anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
At the party.
Yeah.
To get up. Me at my grown age, yeah. Even if you was my husband, to take a man in my family's house upstairs, and everybody knows what we're going upstairs to do, and then come back and sit down like nothing happened.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You'll get a slap.
Yeah.
You will get a dirty slap.
There's no way that this story could have been written for an African household.
There's no way this would even be written for a real white person.
No,
I
that's
also
true.
don't believe
that.
I also don't. You're the crash out. You wouldn't even have the balls to do that.
No, that's why I was like, this show doesn't exist. To me, the show ended at episode 1 because that's why I messaged you. He would be dead. Like, he would be done.
Daniel has zero agency.
Yeah. That was
when Alice is talking to him, why are you not annoyed?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they're adults. Are you okay?
Yeah, that way, no.
And then she says, again, because they try so hard to make her unlikable, oh yeah, well, because she's not your kid. Then he gets upset about that.
Yeah.
You're upset about the wrong thing.
Yeah, you need to transfer that energy to the common cause.
You're upset about the wrong thing.
Yeah. Because his character started to piss me off. I was like, oh, Alice is so bad. I'm going to go and now look at another girl. Also, the teacher that was trying to hit on him.
Even that story, then all the men in this show are incredibly passive.
Yeah.
In that story, he goes on a work trip, and his colleague, Marnie, literally comes into the room half-dressed trying to fuck him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no, I'm not into that. She's like, okay, but you should cheat. You need to cheat. No healthy marriage. You need to cheat. This woman is begging him to cheat the whole time, and that's his only confidence. And then he's at the end, he's like, she's my best friend. Are you okay?
Yeah. Honestly.
Are you okay? And then Alice walks in on him and this woman in a room while she's describing her fantasy. And he's like, you don't want to fuck this woman, though.
But you're entertaining her while she's talking about the fantasy. It didn't make sense.
No sense.
It was
like... They just didn't want to present these men in any way as having any agency. It's these women that want to do stuff. It's these women that want stuff. The women are the horny ones. The women are the ones that want to be home wreckers. Because Marnie wanted to be she was number one home wrecker.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
And I'm not saying that there aren't women like that out there, don't get me wrong. But the show does nothing to explore their psyche that would make you into a person. Like, we don't know nothing about Marnie. No. Nothing. She just came into existence being like, cheat on your wife. That's her only purpose in the show. She doesn't teach him anything else. Oh, equally, the implication as well is that he's repressed because he doesn't want to cheat on his wife, which,
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Oh, it was, again, painting Alice as like, she's the bad guy. She's the villain. She's the one that makes me do this. She's this. She's that. That's why I'm in my... I don't know who I am.
Oh, Alice is the dominant one in the relationship because Alice is older than Dan as well.
Yeah.
So if we understand that, what we're not understanding about Steve and Izzy...
That's what I mean.
What we're not understanding about
really
that...
frustrating.
Then equally, they keep being like... The energy is like, oh, well, Daniel does all of the labour in the house. Daniel does all the domestic stuff in the house. The implication being, well, Alice is the man... And Daniel is the woman because he decided to marry a woman who was older than him, and now he's an emasculated man. That in and of itself could be a show exploring that dynamic between these two people, where it's like, I married this woman, she was 10 years older than me, I have given her my youth basically. All the time I was supposed to be exploring, I have committed to this like relationship, and now I'm realizing I don't really know who I am if I'm not with her. that is a story in and of itself.
Yeah.
But there isn't any space to explore it because we have this much bigger, more pressing issue, which is that their daughter, because by the end of the series as well, Dom is like, I've raised her from when she was like a kid.
So I'm so sorry. Based on that, why weren't you even feeling like, look, this guy, Steve, has slept with my daughter. Why did you not step in and go, man to man, I'm going to beat you up because you slept with my daughter?
Why? Because he doesn't beat people up, because Alice has ripped his balls off.
Yeah.
He's a unit.
I mean, it's really frustrating.
And he's scared of her.
Yeah. That's why he's trying to make it out to be like, oh my goodness, she's a ball buster. She's a real ball buster.
He's scared of her. He doesn't know what to do in this situation because he knows that Alice likes Steve. So he's scared to say, well, what Steve's done wrong, because Alice, even though Alice is the only person being like, this is fucked.
Yeah. I think this is how I feel about this show. And it's kind of going back to the review we did of the drama. The drama is centered around one key narrative. Look, we've done a review. Take a listen. One big turning point in the show where we find out that, of course, Zendaya's character had planned the shooting when she was a teenager. Done. That became the linchpin for everything else in the show. And as a result, it was really hard to be able to build plot B, plot C, plot D, because you always had to go back to this big lynch point of the film, in a sense. And I kept on feeling that about this show as well, because actually there could have been more they could have explored with the series. But that being said, I don't think I could have watched anything longer, and I'm so happy that it was a short series because there's nothing else to go beyond. Like, they've slept together, done, and the more they were building on it, it still didn't hide the fact that they slept together, and this is always going to change. Their friendship was never going to be resolved. I don't see any resolution. The only thing we know now is that there's a big potential that both of them are dead of jumping off
Well, the idea, kind of, the implication was, because of the fire now, everyone's thinking about what's important.
Yeah.
And they're up there on the roof being like, I really just hate that this happened between us. I wish we could be friends again.
I just cannot buy that.
Okay, when the fire's put out and I'm back home.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you trying to put a wedding ring on. Bear in mind, Izzy cheats on him that night as well.
True,
she doesn't want him.
She wants to be picked.
She wants to be desired. So even for you to... And if you were like... This is going to sound wrong, but go with me for a second. If you were 15, right?
Yeah.
So a person with no frontal lobe.
Yeah.
And you just want to hurt your mum, and you decide to do something like that. I'm not saying I get it, because obviously it would still be bad.
Yeah.
He's still older. I mean, at that point, he has committed a crime. But as in, like, the instinct from the child makes sense, because you're not thinking in terms of what the repercussions of this thing you're doing, because you cannot see that far ahead because you're a child.
Yeah.
She's 26. There is no way that she did not think that she was going to hurt her mum by what she was doing.
Yeah.
And the whole way through the series, she does not care. There is no point where she second guesses.
No.
There's no point where she considers, do you know what? I love my mum a lot and I really don't. She's like, oh, fuck her. If she can't get on board with it, then fuck her. It's just me and you now, Steve. Me and you. Huh?
Do you know what the thing is? And why it's even harder is because we had no backstory. If anything, we saw Alice like care loads for Izzy, like, come back to the house after the breakup. You know,
so excited for you to be back. We're going to do stuff tomorrow. Do you want me to stay? I'll stay. You want me to stay?
So all of this, like this groundwork and the foundation of their relationship, which was again less than a couple of minutes in the first episode, then to see the complete 360 or 180, whatever, 360 we're back to the same point. The flip and 180. The next episode where it's like, I don't care what you're going to say. I want to sleep with Steve.
Yeah.
Huh?
We're adults, blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Going back to what you make about there are other things to explore. There are hints. When she says that she's pregnant, there are hints, and there's hints earlier in the series as well, where Alice is talking about how hard she found having Izzy. And that it sounds like she had postnatal depression when she first gave birth to her, but has never told her that. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Has that informed the relationship? But like you said, we don't see any cracks in that relationship until Izzy does that. So if you really wanted to explore the idea that these two women, despite being mother and daughter, do feel worlds apart. And that's why Izzy feels like she can do something like this, because she actually doesn't feel that close to her mom. And then why her mum is like so focused on the fact that like she's had this thing taken from her because she already didn't feel that close to her daughter, and now there's another obstacle in the way. That's something. But again, that's not like a comedy.
No.
So I wonder if they had considered that and then took that stuff out and said, for the sake of comedy, we don't really want to get into the spiky, naughty relationship between a mother and a daughter so much as we want to explore the naughty relationship between two friends when one of the friends decides to fuck their kid. Which I get on paper, I understand like why that's sold because the premise is so like whoa.
It must be based on. There must be some inspiration of a true story in this. But
the actual product to me just made I just felt like this is a version of the world that I don't think really exists.
No.
And
it does, but not in that. Okay, it sounds very classist and elitist, but I just don't think it's a space in the world where you would find. I don't see these characters doing this. I see this being in like. Being on something like Shameless.
Yeah, or EastEnders.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a better example.
They have probably done some EastEnders as well. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, Max Brannon.
Scumbag. Phil Mitchell.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, yeah, I agree. I think that also might be why the world doesn't feel real. And I think ultimately at the heart of it, and I've been thinking this a lot about the shows and films I've been watching recently, about the politics of the writer and how that comes across in what you're making. And the politics of this, the implication that like, what's the issue is people's reaction, not the actual thing, just feels like, what world are you living in? This isn't okay.
No.
This isn't okay in any stretch of the imagination. You're also not going to convince me that this girl has decided after 26 years of her life, this is the man that she loved most in the world. And vice versa. Especially when you spend the show talking about how like, Steve couldn't make his marriage work because Steve isn't good as a partner, but suddenly he's going to be a good partner to a 26-year-old.
That was wild. I don't know, I'm going to step in and I'm going to parent this child.
Because all I've ever wanted was to be a dad.
Huh? I don't know. It's this series, I did not find, there were moments where I know they were trying to make me laugh. The story was so farcical that at times I had to laugh because like, this doesn't make sense. And then I became frustrated. Yeah. And then towards the end I was like, huh? Mm-hmm. And I was kind of grateful that it was just 6 episodes and it was like 20 minutes long. And I was like, well, that is 6 episodes of my life that I'm not going to get back. We're going to talk about it on the pod. This story doesn't make sense. I wouldn't have, like, it doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense to me now.
I just had a thought as you were talking as well. The point that I was making about all the men being like emasculated or soft, even the son in his storyline, which every time they cut to that storyline, I was like, we don't have time for this.
Kids back.
We don't have time for this. Like, there's a whole scene where Alice and Steve like go to this party where the kids are at, and like they're all like high and like having like experiencing ego death, and then they basically help them, which was actually nice. I liked that moment. But his storyline is he likes Rome. He tells Rome. Rome then runs off. Where she's like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to love because my parents did love me or whatever. And it's basically about him being patient and waiting for them to be ready. And then later on, Rome's like, okay, let's fuck. He's like, I can't. My family's falling apart and the world is going to... That scene was so... Listen, acting's not for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, go back to school or whatever it is.
I'm so funny.
But like, you do not have the chops. And I actually, let me rephrase it because I don't know if I don't think that's fair to the actor. That scene was not earned.
Yeah.
So the speech wasn't earned.
Yeah.
These kids are here for what?
Yeah.
You don't care about what the children are experiencing. I think you've written this character as non-binary because you want to feel like you're in with the times. But honestly, what you've written again is a story where the woman is the dominant one. And the man is like, I got all these thoughts and feelings.
I'm so done. I'm so done.
It's weird. It's weird.
But as you said, the writer's a woman.
Yes.
The main writer is there.
But she wrote all of the episodes herself.
Oh, you know.
And that is why.
Yeah,
you needed a room.
You needed
people with common sense in that room.
Because someone will be able to be like, sorry, let's break this apart. What is the audience going to feel? What do we want? Like, I left the show going, what am I supposed to take from this?
Literally.
What exactly? I mean, the next show we're going to talk about, there are things we can take from it. but what can I take from this show? Nothing. Like, even when they gave like the final shot was a freeze frame where they jumped off the cliff, I kept on thinking, well, they didn't come back for series 2. If you've watched Rush Hour, there is a funny blooper where they kick Rush Hour, where they kick one of the villains out of the window, and Chris Tucker says, "Damn, he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3," and that's how I felt about this. Like, there is no way that we're gonna have Alice and Steve part 2. Like, we don't need to actually too.
Alice shouldn't let. Sorry, she shouldn't let that nigga die.
Same.
I had that thought. I thought, what if she just gets to the door
and she's like,
hears him in there and goes, I'm choosing my family. Because that's what it felt like the arc was moving towards. You've been focused on this man and him and ruining his life and everything he's done to you. Meanwhile, there's a fire and you're a mum and a wife.
Yeah.
Make the right decision, which is to make sure your family are good.
Yeah.
Let Steve handle Steve, since Steve wants him.
Yeah.
Steve thinks he's a big man on campus.
And actually, to be honest, it was actually dangerous for her to go back in.
It was insane.
Because there's actually so much fire. Like, she should have walked in and then come back.
You know what I was really worried would happen? Because Daniel followed her in. I was like, what if Daniel dies now?
Yeah.
And it's just Alice and Steve, and now Alice.
Yeah, because we don't see him.
He does come out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He really said, I'm not saving her. He really said, I tried, guys. Oh, it's too much fire. What can we do?
I'm so done.
Yeah. And she said, no, I've got to go back for my boy.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
Someone has to go get Steve. Let the firefighters get Steve.
They're done. Burnt and crisp.
Let the firefighters get Steve.
That's actually very insensitive.
No, it's not insensitive. Are you okay?
Yeah, I know.
And I should risk my husband to go, who's now got to come in here look for me. And now something happened to him. I'm standing at my husband's funeral while Steve is sitting there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly.
Not even a 3rd degree burn. This is insane.
I'm sorry, just so crazy. Okay, what would you rate? What would you rate Alice and Steve?
It's a 2. And I'm giving it a 2 because I really love Jermaine Clement. I really do.
Yeah.
I really like Nicola Walker as well.
Same, I like her.
I think she tried her bloody hardest in this.
She kept the show alive.
She was only interested about it. And Joel Fry looked fit. So I'm going to give it a 2.
It's really hard because I can't because things I can't give it anything. I would not recommend. I wouldn't recommend. It's not average. It's not above average. It's definitely not above average. It's not average. I'm a bit 1.5-ish, baby. A bit 1.5.
It's a hard one to rate because I do think
it's a show.
Yeah, it's
not even beautiful gowns.
We can't even it's not even beautiful gowns. We can't even sit here and say like, yeah, it looked shit, music was shit, this was shit. Like, it was not that. It's just like, why was this made?
Yeah, it's just
truly the question.
It's kind of how I felt about that show on Channel 4 with Nicola Coughlan. Big Mood. It just, I couldn't connect. It was the why of it all. I actually disagree. That show was a little bit better than that, but I didn't find it funny, and I didn't.
It was not funny.
No, I didn't connect with it as much, and it still had a bit of a premise.
Yeah.
And it had more subplots.
And there was one very good episode.
True, there was.
There was one.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Episode.
I'll take that back. It's not in the same arena.
This doesn't even have that.
No, it doesn't. I think 1.5. 1.5. Do not recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't say take time out of the day to watch it.
It's crazy because I know they're investing in UK shows and UK comedies, but again, why are we wasting our time on this?
The UK makes 2 kinds of comedies, right?
Yeah.
Absurdist things that end up warming your heart because they're so silly.
Yeah.
And sort of bleak, state of the nation-y things that you watch to make yourself feel like, God, thank God I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and
I don't see Hulu making these absurdist. Like, I feel like this was trying to sit in both of those camps and it didn't work.
No.
And I also think culturally, where we're at, we don't have the capacity for that shit anymore. If I want to watch a comedy, I want something that's going to be comforting, that's going to be funny. I don't want to sit down and watch something that's going to make me pissed off.
Yeah. And which is what this show did. Anyway, we could continue going on and on, but it was awful. It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
And like they say in the Michelin star world, do not book a trip for this. This is not worth popping in to see.
I am so sorry. But From one Disney Plus show to another.
Yes, although this was an FX original.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, it doesn't really need an introduction. You know that this podcast really shot into prominence.
Look, we've followed this.
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like once we hit the bear, I was like, no, we're doing a podcast. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like talking about the bear, watching the bear, and knowing I'm going to come and sit with my friend and talk about it has been one of the highlights of doing this show. Honestly, watching it, I was sad. Because these feel like my friends now.
Yeah.
Like, again, as I mentioned earlier, I watched this video about The Office, and then they were talking about like, oh, again, the art of The Office was like you felt like you were tuning in to see your mates.
Yeah.
And obviously The Bear's a very different comedy, very different show to The Office, but these are my boys.
Yeah. And
I'm rooting for these boys hard.
You do. And the thing is, I always love going into the world of the bear. Like I feel like there are some shows where like it's a world and you enter that world and you kind of be like, yeah, I've missed being here.
Yes.
And we've reviewed the bear since season 1, which is crazy to think about it. And it's also crazy to think about it. They've been able to pump out 5 seasons in 5 years. 5-6 years. Versus,
even with the pandemic.
Even with the pandemic. Whereas you have shows that are not even pumping out 2 seasons in 10. Just about doing 3 in 10 years. What was that? Euphoria? Sorry. Like, so yeah, it was really lovely to be in this world. And also, like, we knew that this series was only going to have 5 seasons. Like, you told me first about it, and then after time, like, yeah, it was one of the reviews. I listened back to 2 of our past reviews for series 3 and series 4.
I'm gonna go back and listen to them
just to hear what we thought about it. And actually, yeah, we did have our thoughts. We felt like with series 4 that the next season felt like we were going to get the conclusion, which we did. And again, it was just nice to come back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a few episodes to get back into it, which we can talk about.
Yes.
And again, it's partly because it was a surprise when I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, season 5 is coming back at the final season, even though we had heard about it last year. It was a surprise. I'm also going to be honest, from a marketeer perspective, I don't think they promoted it that much. I barely saw anything about it.
I think as well, there was a massive drop-off from the show from like between seasons like 3 and 4, and like only the loyal ones are left, and the loyal ones are going to watch the show regardless. And because it's the last season, maybe they're like, well, what's the point of advertising? Like, you're right. I also haven't heard anything. Even when they dropped the Gary episode, which they just dropped, which is fine.
Yeah.
But to drop an episode, like a prequel episode to a show that, has like a very, like...
loyal fan base.
Yeah, loyal fan base without any noise as well just feels like, I don't know, they had this... It's crazy. The life cycle of the bear is insane because there was a point where that show was the only thing that people were talking about. And now, like, the 5th season's come out and...
Nothing. I saw that there was an activation, like a experiential event or like pop up in London where they did it. They actually sold out the birth. The birth. They sold out the actual sandwich. The legit sandwich from the show. They were handing it out, which was really cool. I don't know where it was, but it was really cool. I saw it was in London, and then I saw like a GQ couples or like Friends interview. Friends quiz with Io Debris and Jeremy Allen White. So yeah, so that's the only 2 things I've seen, and then the trailer. So it's been a bit quiet, and yeah, you're right. It's probably for the fans that are like, yeah, it's back, but there's been not as much talk about it.
No.
And I do agree that I think series 3 was unfortunate because it really
pissed a lot of people off.
So many people off. It was just not what the fans would have wanted, especially
because you did become it. It's just that the opening to the season felt very like, what's going on? Like, what's happening?
Because actually, by the time we got to season 2, that was like probably the peak. Because season 1, if you like the early birds, the early adopters, they watched it, talked about it, then they got the critical acclaim, and then series 2 came, got like big audience because people who love series 1 came back and watched it. Everything around the critical acclaim allowed more people to learn about the bear, and then it's because the series are so quick to watch as well. You're able to watch series 1, then watch series 2. Then series 3 just put a bit of a, a lead in the balloon, really.
Yeah, and also and I think we must have talked about earlier reviews, right? The format of the show was very like a bunch of people in a room screaming at each other, trying to get through service. Season 2, slightly better because they've got money now and they're starting a company, and now we're learning more things. We've got a bit more of an outside world growing, that horrible girl. But we are building more of a life for Kami, and that's
trying to make fetch happen.
Interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we come into season 3 and it's like Kami's at his worst.
Yeah.
So it's even more screaming in the room. But this time, the guy that we are kind of rooting for, you're starting to be like, you might be the villain in the show. You might be the villain in the show. Like, in season 1, he crashes out, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
He apologizes. It's fixed. In season 2, he might crash out. He crashes out at the end, but you get it. He's having a panic attack in the fridge.
Okay, I was going to ask you, which is the season? It's 2, where they're having an argument in the fridge. Iconic moment.
In season 3, he's crashing out on a near daily basis. You're like, I don't know if I want to be here with you.
And that's when they can't start flicking to Sid going, oh, I'm going to actually go to this other restaurant and learn about different foods. And then we get a very much food porn. But basically,
the whole season, everyone's learning.
Yeah, everyone's learning.
We have several, and that's when we get the Spoons episode.
Yeah, true.
Because everyone needs to go out and now figure out, okay, what we're going to do if we're going to do this fancy restaurant, and how we're going to work in here. And they are very lucky that they have several talented people that work there. Because remember, this is just a sandwich shop.
True. Yeah, like how did we go from sandwich shop to fine dining?
2 Michelin stars.
Come on.
After their first outing.
Exactly. You got 2, girl. You got 2.
2 Michelin stars. That means you've got 2 Michelin star cooks working there at the very least. You got no, actually let's make it 3 because Marcus with the desserts.
True.
He won an award.
Yeah, true.
Tina's Brussels sprouts was the star of MVP of this season.
True.
They are the only restaurant, I feel like, on the planet that has just happened to end up
getting 2 stars.
The world's greatest cook.
That being said, that polenta and the beef rib and the green stuff on top, that was really nice.
The food has always looked good.
But that being said, there was some dishes this season where I was like, if you put that dish to me, I'll be like, where's the rest of it?
No. When they were doing that, I was like...
And they kept saying, we're going to have to chop it in half. Chop what in half? You're already giving me 1 scallop.
And that's the thing with them high-end restaurants.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know, because this is not a place you come that often, to know that you've been given 1/2 of a scallop. One time, so a friend of ours and I went to like a tapas restaurant.
Yeah.
And we, the guy was like, you should order this, you should order that, you should order this. I'm like, yeah. We order scallops, and it was literally 2 scallops.
Crazy.
And I'm trying to be a chill dude about it, but what the fuck?
Yes.
Where's the rest of this food?
Honestly.
Now, if I'd gone to Las Iguanas,
I'll be fed.
My plate would be full.
The
scallop was absolutely delicious.
That's the thing. It's always nice, but it's like 1. For my 30th, I did a family dinner, and we went to
Did you?
Family. Oh yeah, I did my dinner party. But I went to a restaurant with my family.
You went to Shard?
No, I went to Sea Containers.
Okay.
And my mum ordered something. She didn't know. So it was like a salmon dish. So we assumed it was going to be like, nice fillet. Fillet of salmon with the, additional things. I can't remember what was on the meal. And then they brought the dish out and it was like a couple of like rolls of like salmon, like and a couple of like dots around it. They put that plate out. We went to go look at the menu and look at the price, and we were like, "No, this is not what. This was not it." We actually took the food back because we were like, "I'm so sorry, this is not what we expected."
No, I don't want that.
And they took it off the menu. I was actually very grateful they did.
Nice.
I think it's because they could tell, like, oh no, so this is like a special event, and like, yeah, you can't be like, this is not what we had ordered in our minds.
No, but that's why those places have like a 9-course menu.
Yeah, true.
That's the point. You're going on this flavour experience.
Yeah.
It's about flavour and taste as opposed to your stomach being full up at the end.
No, fam. If I was spending £200 for that meal, which our meal was not, but if I'm spending bread, because they were saying it's $190. So if I'm spending $190 for that tasting menu, I must be fed. That's about £150.
No, because what you don't understand is you're having ingredients that you could never even think of.
No,
because you're broke.
Yeah,
and you was born broke. You've never had a scallop in your life. Relax.
No, when he was describing like, I think when he did that. Sorry, we're jumping. But when he's having that interview and he talks about the restaurant that the woman said, "Oh, coming ever yeah." That restaurant that I've been to was amazing. Yeah. And it's like the pea was a color that I've never seen it before, and I was like, "You've been green."
She's like, "You see, you don't get it."
I know exactly what they mean. It was bright, shiny, bright green, vibrant.
It was delectable.
Yeah, exactly. But in my head, I'm like,
for the eyes,
I guess it, but like, why am I spending $190 though?
But this is what I mean. You're broke.
No,
you're not that girl.
No, I am that girl. If you're gonna pay me to be that girl,
I love the idea that someone would try and take you to a nice restaurant and you would be like, okay, but at the end of this, yeah, I'm not paying for it. Don't pay for it, babe, because we didn't get enough food. Excuse me, do you not have no chips or nothing? I'm looking at the sides.
There's no rice.
Hello, do you have just simple rice? And then whatever stew you've got back.
It's just sauce. I need to. Yeah, that also that
you've got sardines.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm asking is, if you fry the sardine. Bush behaviour.
Sorry, boy.
Bush behaviour.
It was actually at that restaurant, the sea containers, that I discovered my mum also needs food that has sauce, because she was like,
this is dry.
Yeah.
This is dry.
She's like, I think I really like food that just has some sauce. AKA, you want rice and stew. That's what you want. You want stew.
That's why for my birthday dinner we went to a Indian restaurant, because I knew if my uncle doesn't have meat and stew and rice in front of him, he's gonna say he never ate.
Exactly.
We never ate.
Honestly,
what are we gonna eat?
Yeah, we need some stuff. So
we're gonna go to the fancy restaurant and then go to what's that place called again? That chain restaurant, the chain Nigerian restaurant.
Anish. Yeah. Speaking of Anish, I got some takeaway from Anish yesterday. Anish is not cheap.
Anish is not cheap.
Anish is not cheap at all.
It's not cheap
at all.
But my dad came. We went to Anish.
Yeah, the food was the food was
and
good.
He paid for it as he should.
Good, yeah.
About you don't even get African food this nice way before.
Exactly.
Pay for Anish. And they destroyed that tilapia.
Oh really? Oh no.
They destroyed that tilapia because that's what African people
like.
Oh,
so you mean I thought
I got their bones.
Oh yeah, of course.
Even if they could have eaten the bones, they would have eaten the bones.
I don't. That's the one thing. I love fish. I just struggle with. Fish. I struggle with the fried fish. I struggle with fish with bones in general. It's just
Ghanaian people love fish.
I know, and they love the eggs too.
I'm gonna go because I don't deal with this.
But you love eggs. What? Why are we fronting? Oh, sorry, friend. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
so I don't need to stand here.
Yeah,
and hear this.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
After what I've been through.
I forgot. I was gonna say I'm sorry.
After everything what I've been through.
I'm like, yeah. It's given like the Kevin Hart, like, oh, I'm 56. Damn.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh my god! That means that I would have said damn too, because that guy did not look like he was 56.
I'm 56.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! But yeah, no.
We're so off topic.
Yeah, let's go back.
The food, the half in the portions was crazy.
That is not.
So I'm gonna give a quick rundown of what happens in the episodes, and then we can talk about each of our characters and their arcs, because everybody gets an arc this season. Everybody's in it as well. Yeah. I was like, oh, you found a way to bring Pete in for some reason. Pete's here. Yeah. Lovely Pete. We love Pete.
I think it works because it's very contained. The series, perfectly honest, they all stay. It's basically one night for majority.
And then a day.
And a day, yeah. And I'll be honest, the other show that tried to do that, and I did not like it that season, was
The Night of.
Orange is the New Black season. I can't remember
when they did the riot?
Yeah, penultimate season. It was fun for the first couple of episodes, and then it got really jarring.
I think it's really interesting because, like, going back to what I was saying about each season is about them working. Each episode up until now has been like, are they going to get through this service? Are we going to get through the service? Are we going to get through the service? To choose to like sort of slow it down and give them one massive life-changing service was an interesting one.
I agree.
And structurally, towards the end, when it got into the rhythm that those early seasons episodes have, like the penultimate episode of season 1 always has been like one of the best pieces of TV I've ever seen, which was like almost all one shot of that the delivery machine going nuts, and then Marcus makes that cake, and the commie's like, "Why are you fucking with me?" And he like throws it on the floor, and then Sid quits, and then Sid stabs Richie in the mouth. Like, it is a flawless episode in terms of the way that the tension escalates, the way that you see all these different character dynamics. It's what The Bear does really well, and I think as soon as service started, the rhythm picked up.
It kicked in, yeah.
But But I did think to have all 8 episodes be the service and for like the first 4 to be them just hanging out beforehand, it was very slow.
Oh, so
it was very slow, and I did find myself being like, I'm sure this will be important at some point, but pacing-wise, you are making me too aware of the fact that I'm like, when is this? Yeah. When are we going to start?
And I mean, I know we're going to go into the actual series, but like, it's the thing that series 3 struggled with. Like, you go back to our review, all we talk about is the pace of it. It's so slow. It's so slow. I struggled in those first couple of episodes. And you know, the girlies should know now, if I get bored, I start falling asleep. I fell asleep for the first couple of episodes. I had to go back and rewatch. Like, I knew I didn't want to, I can't remember what show it was. I think it was like The Gentleman. I kept on falling asleep. And I only just went back to the next episode just to jump back in. This time I went back, I needed to rewatch.
To put yourself for it again.
Yeah. Or I just get to the point where I remember and then watch. But I was like, it's just not picking up. And that being said, I was watching it late at night. But by the time I got to like halfway through, I was in. I was locked in. I kept on watching it. I was like, okay, we're getting into the bear now. We're now getting into it. But I don't know why this series has struggled with pacing. And it's ironically, it's the one thing that got people so excited at the beginning, because season 1, it was like the pace was so intense. Like, I remember in our early review, I said something like, I was listening to it with my AirPods off. I had to take my AirPods off because it was so loud. It was just forcing things down my ears. I had to take my AirPods off and watch it without that, and then was able to enjoy it because it was so intense in terms of pacing. And that's why it worked so well in those early seasons, and then it slowed right back. Yeah. It just never it's not had the right balance, apart from, I think season 4 is actually a really good balance as a season. But yeah.
I think the other problem with the pace, what was being drawn to my attention in that slow opening was that the story is treading water until it actually properly starts. There's many interactions between Carly and Sid that are basically the same interaction over and over, and that's just making it feel slow as well. It's like things are awkward between them. Carly's trying to be a team player, but he's never really been a team player, so it's kind of awkward. And Sid is freaking out. Yeah. And Carly is not he doesn't know how to, and he also can't support her because she's the thing that's making him, he's the thing that's making her freak out. But why do we have so many scenes of that? I don't know why, because we only need 1 or 2 to understand why we then get to the point where she tells everyone, well, I don't know why you're so chirpy because you're leaving. And then that starts that process again. Yeah. Because now we have everybody else's reaction to that, which is, that's interesting, because we've already seen Sid's reaction to it. We had that whole episode at the end of season 4 where she finds out, right? Yeah. That, again, I really enjoyed that episode. Like, some people said it felt a bit too played. Well, I like a bit. I said this in our review. But, like, they already did a whole episode about Carmen's decision to leave. Yeah. And Sid being like, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. It's like, you don't smoke. That whole thing. And
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then for us to be back in, and I get it. Actually, it's important to show like the reality of this once you're actually back in the kitchen where you guys have been together for the past 4 years or however long it's taken them to do the bear. Yeah. And now the reality is actually hitting me that you are not going to be here anymore. I'm going to be in charge. And for some reason, I'm starting that role on the worst day ever. And then you're looking at my face being like, go team. Fuck you.
It's true.
But we didn't need 4 interactions of that. And it's interesting. There's a person I follow whose reviews I watch on YouTube called Marshall Stannis. And he was saying that he felt like those scenes felt like Carmi was being bullied. Like, everyone's just mad at Carmi. Carmi's like trying his best, and everyone's just being like, fuck you, Carmi, you fucking piece of shit.
Wait, everyone thought, what you mean after he reveals that he's leaving?
Throughout that first half of the season season,
really?
Just like everyone's being really aggy with him, and I was like, it's really interesting to me that that's how you read this, and I feel like sometimes this is about perspective and the way that who we are when we watch Star. True. I've never been Carmi. So in watching that, I'm not feeling like, God, my heart just breaks for Carmi. Bear in mind, this guy has crashed out several times on people that did not deserve to get crashed out on. Yeah. So if Sid's upset with him, it's the end of the world. Yeah. I'm Sid.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I have been in Sid's position.
I'm Sid.
And so I didn't see it as bullying. I saw Carmi trying his hardest to relinquish control.
Absolutely.
Like, to try and understand, and be subservient is a wrong word, but like trying to get back and humble himself to the level that he has now put himself in by him stepping down.
But also, imagine how irritating that would be. That you're feeling freer.
Yeah.
You're feeling more go-to now because you've relinquished control.
Yeah.
I now have to pick up the slack.
And do it,
And I don't. So you're like, woohoo! It's good. You're pissing me off.
Yeah. Oh, those too many of those scenes where I'm like, you could see that frustration in Sid, like the one where he's trying to cut the bread,
and she's like, just
move it,
and he moves
slightly. Or him trying to like take like. You know, what's her name? Not TT.
Tina.
Tina, excuse me, not TT. That's Love Island USA. Tina is like asking, "Oh, what do I do next?" And then Kami is ready to like answer, and I'm like, you can just see him trying his absolute hardest to be like, this is not my role anymore, but this is so natural to me.
Yeah, and also I know this isn't my role anymore, but where exactly do I fit now in the team? Because it's like, should I be cutting up onions? Probably not. There's probably other people who forget to do that. But equally, in order for you to not feel like you're stepping on each other's toes, I can't have you be right next to me, doing the next thing down for me, because it is always going to then feel like people are just going to defer
to Kami. Exactly. Or there will always be a comparison. Well, Kami did this.
It's a complicated thing, and then add on the fact that like there's a leak, there's a hole in the roof, it's raining, we've got 3 turns to do today, 3 turns of service to do today because Richie said, I can't cancel anybody.
That's crazy.
And we have no food.
No.
You know, so but I feel like all of that could have been set up in 2 episodes.
I agree.
I don't think we needed the 4. And I actually worried that like the longer you take to start service and you have like, oh no, a fac has fallen through the roof, it's going to start feeling farcical.
Yeah.
And I would say the show's done a really good job to this point of making every decision, everything that happens feel very grounded. Like even in the Fishes episode, Donna driving her car through the house, it doesn't make you go, well, that's ridiculous. You're like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I think what I felt when I watched the first couple of episodes was like, well, this answers the question of, is this a drama or is this a comedy? Because this is given very drama.
Oh, you thought it was given drama? Yeah, I feel like they were trying really hard to make it comic.
They were trying to, but to me, it was the music. That was it. It was the music that kept on. Everything
was Hans Zimmer apparently. Did the music.
Oh, really? It was really downbeat, and I just kept on feeling like, my gosh, it feels like a drama. I know. I mean, of course, what's his face falling through the roof? Yes, that adds a bit of comedy. Even though I didn't laugh.
No, there was nothing.
It wasn't like I think actually, The Bear has never been my laugh out loud comedy. I've mentioned this in previous seasons as well. It's not a laugh out loud. Are they funny moments? There have been some moments that has made me laugh. Like Fat's character, 100% brings that comic relief when you need it. But I didn't get that. And I think that the music was one of the things I was like, oh my goodness, it is feeling so downbeat. Plus it's raining. Plus it's a bit dark. Plus, well, in this like downhill, everyone knows that what's gonna happen. Like I think there was the sommelier, the black guy.
His name is George.
Yeah, him and Richie are having a conversation. No, it was Marcus. Sorry, it's Marcus and Richie's having a conversation. And Marcus is saying, oh, I brought my dad here because I want him to see this before. And then Richie's like, oh, before, you know. I think it's a day before we get ourselves, something like that. But we all in our heads going, before the
because they are also having to think about, if you've ever worked, this is the other thing, if you've ever worked somewhere where you know the lights are going to be turned off tomorrow, it's not a happy, joyful place. Like that has happened to me recently. And the entire mood of the place is so low. Yeah. And it's so glum.
Yeah.
And you probably do start having conversations with people that you used to kiki with in a way that's not kiki anymore. Because what are we laughing about?
No, because everyone's just like, everyone knows what's going on, but then there's like,
what are we laughing about? I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills after this. And equally, they all love each other. They don't want to have to leave. Yeah. So there's that as well. It's the fact that like, damn, we might not be doing this tomorrow. So, and then there's the practical things, but there's also the emotional thing of like, I love you guys.
True. This is a crazy whole family. But so to me, it was not giving comedy at all. The comedy, like the more lighter moments came towards the end, and then you got almost like the climax right at the end. But every time you want to summarize something comes out, but you summarize.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the summary. So the show picks up, and season 5 picks up the day after the previous season ends. Kami has shared with Richie and said that he is signed the bear over to her. They have service that day, which might be their last service because they had a timer going in the previous season to try and raise, like, basically get into the green.
Yeah.
They have not accomplished that, and they are not able to pay for stuff, so there's hardly any food in, and they have service that day. A pipe bursts.
Yeah.
They cannot get anyone to come out and look at the pipe, so they have no working sinks in the kitchen. They are washing dishes in the locker room.
I'm sorry, this is a health and safety issue. They should be... Anyway, let's say...
Girl.
Yeah.
They're washing dishes in the locker room. And then to have guests in the kitchen who would have seen you guys washing dishes in the locker room and they were all like, wow, what an incredible night. I was okay. You feel like this is good.
I have questions about those guests as well.
I would be stressed.
Exactly.
When he drops the plate, do you think a normal functional restaurant would have been freaking out about that drop plate if the lights wasn't about to be turned off? You were the last people to ever eat at the Bear.
Honestly.
So, yeah, the pipe bursts, and then in trying to fix the pipe, one of the facts goes up on the roof, falls through the roof. So now there's a hole in the roof as well. So their station also gets kind of shrunk. Sid and Kami, it's tense between them. Not from Kami's perspective, because again, he feels so much lighter because he's been able to share his truth, which is that he no longer feels like he's not passionate about this anymore. Even though as the season goes on, we could argue he is quite passionate about it.
True.
But we digress.
Handmade brioche from butter.
Handmade brioche. Went into his architect job interview and just talked about being a cook for the whole thing.
True.
Go
back to the kitchen.
And Luca, they also all know about this situation with the money, and they might not have this might be their last day here.
Yeah.
Luca has decided he's going back to Copenhagen. So now Luca and Marcus, things are kind of tense. Because, men, they can't just say, hey man, I'm going to miss you. I'm sad that you're going. Even though Luca actually feels the more emotionally available of the two. And Marcus, I get it. Like, he probably is a bit more spiky about it. Like, he's lost his mom. You're his mate. You guys have been through this thing now, and now you're going to go as well. Like, fuck you, actually. Richie has, like I said, has scheduled 3 turns of service that day. Sid calls him over and says, listen, we don't have enough money. We don't have enough food. So you need to cut some of these people. He's like, got it. Calls the first person. They're like, we've come all the way from Switzerland. And he's like, I'll see you at 7. Calls the next person. They're like, it's our anniversary. You've been together for 20 years. See you at 7.
Yeah.
He cancels no one. But Richie also has decided he's going to be blindly optimistic.
Yeah.
They're going to get through it. And of course he's going to be right. But that is Richie's way.
Yeah, always. Path of success.
Like, Richie is... Believe, then you can achieve. And Sid is like, the house is burning and we have to pretend that everything's okay, even though it's not. And Kami's just like, I'm taking my meds now. So I'm a chill dude.
Yeah. He was giving me real simp energy.
I think he was giving, honestly, I'm on beta blockers. I'd love to crash out, but
I
can't feel anything.
Absolutely nothing.
I'm not.
From the waist down.
You lot are screaming and I'm like, what's the big deal? It was giving very, I'm not with you guys on the same planet.
No.
Meanwhile, Uncle Jimmy is like, I'm flat broke. This restaurant run me into the ground. We're selling this girl today.
Anyone who wants to take this off my hands, take it off my hands.
Nobody wants a restaurant.
Yeah.
He's like, we'll sell the land. This girl called Cheese comes in with Uncle Computer and Cheese is like, ain't nobody gonna buy this bitch. There's a literal hole in the roof currently. There's a pipe leaking currently. This place is... You'd be better off just raising it to... I thought she was going to suggest, let's do one of those insurance schemes. Just leave one of the ovens on tonight.
I just let it burn,
I got a cousin who can go past with a lit match and just claim the insurance and let's live our lives. I was actually very surprised I didn't suggest that because that's what I really thought was the next plan. We've run out of money. We have to burn this place to the ground. Anyway, he starts thinking about whether they can sell the air rights. He's thinking of selling his brother's watch, which is like the only thing he has left to his name. They're on a little side quest, basically. And then also, the Starman is coming in today.
Oh, yes.
The Starman's coming in and Marcus's dad is coming in.
Yeah.
Marcus's dad, who was a bit of a deadbeat, and we're giving him the 5-star treatment. Relax. He should have been in the locker room eating his dinner about.
Yeah.
So Donna is watching Natalie's daughter.
Yeah.
Natalie is listening to the baby monitor the whole time.
Crazy.
The rain is getting worse. The electricity's gone out in Donna's house. So she says, bring my baby to this place right now. Through the rain, which is crazy as well. So now Donna is also at the restaurant. Pete is here because he was driving home from work and he thought, I'll just pop in and see how things are going. And now he's stuck here too. Yeah. And service is about to begin. We then have 2 fantastic episodes of this service. How are we going to get people in and out? We don't have enough plates. We don't have enough tables.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, when they brought that extra table from downstairs, just whoop,
sit down.
I mean, I'm going to say, we've all been in restaurants where we felt like we've been rushed out. Like, they are so quick to kick our ass out.
And
it gave me so much context. I was like, there's times when we're going to eat and they already come. Bill's already, we have not even finished dessert. Bill is already there. They come every 5 minutes. How you feeling? How you finding everything? I'm like, huh?
Can I get you anything else?
Yeah.
Great. I'll bring you the bill.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you the bill.
Yeah, it gave me that context on that service episode,
I've definitely been in restaurants where I've looked up and seen the staff like staring at my tables being like,
when you gonna go.
Where do you think I'm gonna
Yeah.
So apologise to you lot. You should have said.
Yeah, exactly. If we knew you got a second turn.
That's why I don't know if you've noticed this more, but I feel like I've noticed more when I'm booking restaurants now where they'll be like, you have this table for an hour and a half.
True. Yeah. I've noticed that a lot more.
And I'll be like, okay, kick me out an hour.
But also, I think it's actually kind of crazy though.
When the food hasn't even come out.
True. Like also, how much time do you expect to digest each meal? Each course.
Bitch, get out!
Exactly.
We're going to give you dessert. You can eat it in the street.
Excuse me?
So, digest on the bus.
At this point, they actually tell them to do that when they get people out.
So yeah, they're coming up with ingenious ways to get people out off their tables. They've got the facts throwing a party in like the yard or the parking lot or whatever.
Which looks a bit sketchy. I'm sorry, if I was
They've got a blunt, some cocaine, but they keep saying no cocaine, which is very fun. Also, I forgot to mention there's one of the other side plots that's going on at the same time. Ibrahim has come up with a way to franchise the original beef of Chicagoland, which is what the rest of the sandwich shop used to do. He needs to present this pitch to Kami.
Yeah.
He is scared. He's rehearsing this bit, and the thing that actually killed me, and I did laugh out loud to this, it's him going, I'd like to talk to you about the original beef. No, Kami, I'm not intimidated by your Plua. Why is that something this good? A, say B. Is this what's keeping you up? Like, he said it like 3 times. I'm like, Ibrahim, what's going on?
What? Like, is this something we don't know? Like,
you're right, Ibrahim. His eyes are very blue.
But is it the
white devil? For sure. Ibrahim, you're right. Don't look him directly in the eye. He's going to turn you into a chicken or something. Be careful, Ibrahim. Be careful. But he's like sort of rehearsing this in the background all the time. Also, some spoons are missing, and he's like on the case. That storyline ends up being quite fun at the end, but like it's another side thing.
Yeah.
I did think it was a bit convenient the way the pitch ended up happening. Yeah. With like Cheese finding it and then. But anyway, that's what Ibrahim's up to, and he's got a bad leg, and so they've got this party going on to try and get people out. They are also now bringing people into the kitchen on the worst day of service ever to hang out in this really cool spot. And they bring in the first couple who've like, you know, had a couple to drink now, had a lovely dinner. And the guy's like, I once saw a film about a kitchen. I kind of got this. And since like Kami talked to them about the kitchen, he's basically like, no. No, that's not a skill that I possess, so I'm going to go back to my thing. And then more people are brought into the kitchen, and they're like, this is insane.
It starts to become like a little show.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
So they're like, Luca, you come and talk to the people. And Luca's obviously much more personable than Carmen because he's tall. And he's British. And British people love
a little chat.
To be polite. Yeah. So he's come over to Copenhagen. You gotta go to Copenhagen. So I'm like, we talk about Copenhagen a lot. It's Copenhagen. Tell them about London. Tell them about London.
No, but he lives in Copenhagen now. I'm so sorry.
Tell them a little bit. Just try.
Nah, he just like, nah.
He's talking to them about Copenhagen. Then more people are coming in. So it's like, okay, new thing. You lot gonna help.
Yeah, that was actually very funny.
You lot gonna help.
Roll the tissue paper, the paper towels.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, chef," and she's like, "Okay, so we don't need you to do that." And he's like, "Yeah, chef." She's like, "Great." He it starts also counting down the time as well. He's like, 2:58, 2:57, 2:56. And they're like, Richie, better come get this guy.
Exactly. Like, I think it's time for us to wrap this up.
Get these lot out of here. Marcus's dad comes. He's out. Who gives a fuck about him? But anyway, Marcus makes dessert. He goes out for the dessert course. And he's like, oh, it's a banana split. And you're like, oh, that's nice. And he's like, oh, sorry, forgot the caramel. Cuts the candle in half. The caramel's in the candle.
I'll be honest, that was a flex. But
that was so hard. It really was.
But also my thing was, why didn't the Starman have that?
Because he's not my dad. You've never wanted to flex on your dad, no?
No, but I just also wasn't supposed to signify something like I'm breaking the ice between us.
No, it was supposed to say, look what I can do, you dumb bitch. You know before I was gonna be shit. I'm
breaking candle.
I'm cutting candles off this caramel side. Could you do that? You wouldn't even know the science.
That was good. That
was hot.
I'm sure you found that hot.
Of course. I was like, Marcus
is up there for you, I know.
Marcus be doing stuff.
I know.
Marcus be...
I mean, I'm sorry.
And I love
we haven't got parts.
And I love sweet treats.
I'm sure you do.
So
I'm sure you do.
Maybe that's my thing. I need to find someone who makes desserts. Cakes. Yeah.
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 That's not a bad shout. We haven't got to the other part. Because of that. Because
the whole way through, I was like, these people don't start kissing ASAP. I'm going to cry.
Wait, who are we talking about kissing?
I was like, someone needs to kiss someone. And then, obviously, when you don't make your wish carefully, now Richie's touching hands with Jesse. I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay.
I give a heck.
Okay. Did
you find it romantic?
I did.
No, it's cute. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, there was a lot of hand play.
What I don't want is for you to centre this and not give me what I want.
I'm sorry, girl.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
It was cute, and there was a cute little moment of tension being broken when Sid's like, what the fuck was that? And she sees him like edging his hands towards her. I mean, it's cute for the two of them. But like, if I saw my friend being like...
I mean, we could talk more about the romance part. It was a bit weird because it was like, it was like, sorry, wait, what hand moment are we talking about?
At the first one.
The first, that was where he's like, touch something. Touch 3 things.
No, was it that point?
I thought it was about, how to de-stress yourself. So you touch 3 things and say what they are. And then she was like, she put her hand out and he was like, I think he said Jessica. Yeah. And then, that was it. But it kind of...
Oh, and then he rubbed her hand.
He kept rubbing her thumb. Yeah, and his lingered a little bit longer. I was like, oh. And then Sid saw that and she's like, what the hell is this?
What was that?
And the second one is when they were...
creeping across
that was weird. That one was weird. Because it wasn't like a full commit, like I want to touch your whole hand. It was like, I want to touch the tip of your fingers.
Oh, sorry.
It was a bit weird.
It was cute, but it was also like...
I'm a lover girl. As someone who loves Bridgerton, and like all they do is hand play. Like they...
You're not calling it hand play. I refuse to live in the world where we have hand play. I know what it is. That is dark.
all they do
is we've seen a bit of hand play.
It's just all they do is focus on the hands and their hands glistening and touching each other or like just moments apart. It's a lot of that.
No, I get it. And one of my, as I've mentioned on this before, one of my rom-com movie, though it's not comedy, the film that has my heart is Pride and Prejudice, and there's a moment in that where Mr. Darcy helps Elizabeth onto the carriage, so she has to hold his hand, and then when they let go, he like walks away and he like does this with his hand, and you're like, he felt something. They found something! So I understand how powerful 2 hands touching can be.
It's very intimate.
But those were not the hands that I wanted to touch.
Oh, I know. Oh, boy. You will get that.
So, yes, Starman has arrived now.
Yes.
Starman is there with, like, I guess, a local celebrity.
Yeah.
That we would have known about if we were from Chicago and we watched the news.
I think weatherman, yeah.
Weatherman, anyway.
And also, in this rain, shouldn't you be reporting the weather?
You don't care about the rain.
They're coming to eat.
Yeah, what? Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, not beside the point.
The fact that also wasn't the Starman, that was just 2 dudes who came to eat. It's also what? Anyway, because she was acting like oh wait, is his name George or is his name Gary? I think his name's Gary, the sommelier.
Yeah.
Gary, the labels have come off the bottles.
Yeah.
So he has to, from taste, try and figure out which one's a 97, which one's a 99. The guy who then arrives decides he wants specifically like the 97.
Yeah.
And now Gary's like in the hot seat. Is he going to guess the right one? And he does. Congrats to him. he's good at his job.
I mean,
like I said, everyone at the Bear is perfect at their job.
But didn't it? There was 97 and 99, but he picked up 99.
Yeah, and it turned out to be the 97.
But it made me think, because the way the guy was like sniffing the wine and trying to sip the wine, I was like, this guy does not know what he's talking about. You know, there's that we all know. You gotta let it breathe. Italians, like, as someone who doesn't drink, or even when I used to drink, I do not drink. I don't like wine as much, red wine anyway.
Vodka.
No, white wine was my kryptonite.
Gin.
No, I didn't like gin.
She was a spirit girl.
I was not a spirit girl. No, but in my head, it made me feel like this guy does not know what he's talking about. Gary knew. I think Gary suspected, like,
yeah, you're right. There's many ways to interpret that.
Yeah, that's how I interpreted
in the 99 because he knew the guy wouldn't know the difference. Yeah. Or maybe he brought the 99 and when the guy didn't know the difference, he was like, "You don't know shit." Yeah, like it's hard
to interpret because he might. Or did he doubt that he knew what it was? It was a 97 and then picked a 99 just on the last moment. I don't know.
Yeah, but also off the back of that, he's like, "Hey," he's on the phone to someone out, being like, "Do you know how I called you earlier, begging for a job? I'm actually good. I'm going to stay here." So,
I'm going to be a sommelier. I was like, was he a sommelier before? I thought he was just a waiter.
He was a sommelier.
Oh, was he? Okay, sorry.
Because they went, we need a sommelier, we need this person, we need that person. You're going to go to Copenhagen and become You're going to become a sommelier. You're going to become the maitre d'. You're going to do this. And everyone went off and then they ended up being absolutely fantastic at those things, which is insane. But that's the magic of the Bear.
Yeah.
So Starman's meal is done now. Oh, no. We're on the last of the Wagyu.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone be careful. This is the last of the Wagyu. Be careful. The lights flicker. Kami drops the Wagyu. And everyone's like,
and
he's like, I'm about to crash out. Everyone's like, so it's like, Kami? No.
Look at me.
I'm going to crash out. Look at me, Kami. I'm going to crash out. And she's like, no. Again, which they have done at least once every season.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's
I'm your piece. I'm your piece.
It's me and you. It's only me and you in here. It's fine. We can do this.
Yeah.
And because he's dropped the Wagyu, they decide, Siji should make your ribs.
That he had tasted before in their previous scene. And it looked good.
Make the ribs. She's like, but Kami, I can't. So she starts crashing out. And he's like, Sid, do you trust me? And she's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, make the ribs. And you're like, this is companionship. Anyway, she makes the ribs. Everyone's like, oh, these ribs are busting. That's exactly what they say. Yeah. Everyone loves the ribs. Everyone's having a good time. It's going well. They might actually make this service.
Yeah.
Tables are turning. People are going out. Everyone's waiting. They do all 9 courses. They're waiting for Richie to come in and tell them they've done it. And he says, ha 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 ha. And that's how we know that, like, they done it. Made it through service. Everyone's buzzing. Everyone's feeling themselves. It's fantastic.
Actually, before you jump to post-service, there's a couple of other moments in the service that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, Luca and Marcus.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
That's what I thought you were going to mention.
The
girls were fighting. Because the tension had been built in.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned like, Luca goes to speak to the people, which he's been asked to do by the chef, by the way.
True.
Then Marcus is like, I'm no person working in the station, apparently. Sure. Luca's like, okay, chill, because I got asked to go there. He's like, no, it's fine. Because you're going to Copenhagen now, you think you're bad. Like, what? I don't like how you're talking to me. And I don't like how you was talking to my friend earlier.
And then
when I told my friend to go get raspberries and he said, don't.
Yeah.
It's raining. He's like, yeah, because it was raining. What's going on here?
Yeah, like this little snippy.
The boys are getting in each other's faces.
I was like, who's going to throw the punch?
Kami and Tina and everybody's getting in between them. So it's like, stop. You're better than this.
Like,
Marcus, look at me.
Yeah, Marcus, you go to another room. Mind you, the guests are still there.
They seen this fight.
They see it. And they're
He's not sipping their dinner and a show.
I had some question about the continuity with the guests because there were definitely some scenes where it felt like the guests were not there.
They were not reacting in the way that I think a normal person. Me personally, I don't know what you're fighting in there. Time for us to go.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for having us.
Wrap this up.
There's no way I'm staying. Oh,
yeah.
I wonder how this could be resolved.
Exactly.
This is a kitchen with weapons. And you think I'm staying to see 2 big men fight? These are not boys.
No, they're big men. Because also, as I said, I've met Luca in real life.
Oh my God, we'll never hit the end of this.
Never.
Did you meet him or did you see him? Now you're changing the story a little bit, honey.
I saw him. But in my head, I met him.
In our head, they sat down, they had a coffee.
Look, all I know is like one day, if I see him again, I'm going up to him. I'm going to go up to him. I'm not going up. No, but what if he's fast? He's a tall man.
No, but we decided he's been cancelled.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because he keeps messing around those military schools.
Look, I'm going to just go and say hi to him because I really need to. I just say I love you in the bear. And also, between season 4, season 3, 4 and 5, he's got ripped.
You're sick.
He got ripped.
He already looked like that in the last season, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, maybe that was you know what? Because I think I saw the video of, sorry, season 3 where him and Sid are having the conversation about siblings and he looked big then. Anyway, sorry.
The show really failed us on multiple fronts.
Oh, so many. I'm so sorry. We're going to talk about
Sid kiss when?
Like, we're going to talk about
Sid kiss when? When is Sid going to get to kiss?
When's Sid going to get her hand moment?
Because Carney got to kiss.
Yeah.
When is Sid going to get... Richie got to kiss.
Where's Sid?
When's Sid's going to get kissed?
And then
Tina's getting kissed from her husband all the time.
And you completely closed the door on any... Look, we're jumping into it, but you closed the door on the situation the minute Lucas said at the beginning of the series, oh, sorry about this, I'm going back to Copenhagen. Door closed, even though...
And that's when the door could have opened. Hey,
it could. I mean...
I got one date.
Me, you, hands, let's go.
Do you want to do hands? Do you want to do hands? At the end of something, we're going to stay and do that.
Yes, chef.
Oh my
Lord.
That was brilliant.
That was crazy.
That would have been perfect.
But then there was, again, they always give us a bit of a breadcrumb. Because, what's it called? Luca goes into the office when, this is pre-service, well, we're now jumping back to pre-service.
That's fine.
He goes into the office to have a chat with Sid and he's just like, I just need to de-stress before we start service.
They could have done that so they were on their own, they could have done
that. Could have. But they had a little moment and she's just like, oh, well, if this all goes to crap, like, I can, is there space in Copenhagen for me?
And he could have been like, there's space in these pants. There's space in these...
No!
There's space in these hands. Is what I
No, but anyway, that was one of the moments, the fight between them. Tina was able to do her Brussels sprouts dish for Starman after
what to mention. Tina did Brussels sprouts family meal that day, and everyone's like, these Brussels sprouts are busting.
Yeah,
and then because they have to rethink this meal because of the whole Wagyu thing. Sid says, make the sprouts.
Yeah,
and Tina's like, she's like, you could do this, Tina.
Do it.
And then she also asked Tina to be her CDC.
Which I'm assuming is sous chef.
Yeah.
But I don't know whatever the...
So Tina is now the Sid.
Yeah.
And Sid is Kami.
Kami, yeah.
So...
Yeah, so those are like the two key moments that I was going to add to the service moment. Third one. Trying to introduce the main meals to Starman.
It was really cute.
It was so cute. I realised I have a soft spot for Fat because one, he provides comic relief. 2, it's so unexpected. And 3, it's because we know he's a real life chef.
He's a real life chef.
He can actually cook.
He's an exec producer on the show.
Yeah, exactly. But he just brings so much warmth. And everyone was nervous as he was like talking about like...
He was telling a love story.
He was.
But it all came full circle.
Yeah, it did.
It all came full circle. And of course his tattoo is like, yeah, this tattoo is for all the people that happen to also work at this restaurant. It's not just like some random tattoo that has nothing to...
Yeah.
So this is Connie, and this is Sugar, and this is
Mikey,
and this is Richie.
Yeah. Go on.
You've met them. My best friends.
My family.
I love them. Yeah. And that's why we're the bear. That's why the bear is the play.
Yeah.
Remember, this man was not the star man. So he just got a lovely story for the sake of getting a lovely story. I'm so done. Anyway, post-service. Yes, also I did mention that Pete is here.
Yeah.
Lovely Pete. I went back and watched the Hot Dogs episode from season 1. And it's really nice going back and seeing obviously the journey that all these relationships have had. Because Richie is so different in those early seasons as well.
Yeah.
And like they're like, oh, Pete fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Pete's a nut.
Yeah.
And he's the only he actually says some really lovely things to Kami in that episode that he doesn't need to do. And also, he has a different haircut this season, and I think it suits him.
What was his haircut before?
It was shorter before, but the slightly longer hair looks good on him. I was like, you know what, sugar? Your husband's all right.
Go for it.
I'm happy for you too. And they did have sex in the gutters.
Someone had to get kissed.
Yeah, because no one's kissing no one.
No one's kissing no one.
I'm sick to my stomach about it. So service finishes.
Yeah.
Everyone goes outside afterwards. It's cigarettes galore. We're giggling, we're high-fiving, we did it. What's going to happen tomorrow? It don't matter.
Yeah. It's fine.
Because we did it.
Yeah.
We did it. And that was nice. That was a really nice moment. Just see everybody together. And again, I said, that's when I was sitting there watching the show, be like, these are my mates. I've never rooted for anybody harder than I root for each and every single person that works in this restaurant.
It's because we see the adrenaline and the stress and the whole process of service. And so when they finish, you're like, thank God that's done.
It feels like I worked.
It's true. Like, I've done a full day of work. Thank God.
Yeah. So then we come in the next day.
Yeah.
There is slightly more food.
We thank God.
Because they made some money. Sugar's been calling around. They've managed to get some of their food orders back up. They still don't really know what's going to happen. But in the interim, Cheese has found Ibrahim's pitch for the franchise. Cheese and Computer say to Uncle Jimmy, who doesn't want a franchise for some reason, because he doesn't want other people coming and putting a stake on the company, we should franchise. Yeah. You need the money as well. You're flat broke. Yeah. Why are you being precious? You're about to sell your brother's watch, which is the most precious thing in the world to you. Let's franchise. And they're like, oh, we need to convince Kami. And then someone mentions it to Kami and he's like, that's a really good idea. And so the next day, all the boys are sitting around. All the beef boys are sitting around because the bear is like the restaurant. And then there's like a little hut.
Sandwiches. Like, was it a truck or something like that?
I felt like it was just like shutters on the
side,
and they're like, if Kami doesn't pick it up, I'll fucking kill him. I'll stab him in the face. I'll do this. Ibrahim's like, I don't want him to die. I just want him to listen to the pitch and to not, again, not show me his blue eyes. And then like Kami comes out and Ibrahim's like, Kami, I want to talk to you. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. We should do it.
I love that moment.
And Ibrahim's like, whoa, I can't believe I was so scared because it all went well and I didn't even have to look at his beautiful eyes for too long. His eyes are really intense though. I can imagine. I don't know whether the show like saturates it up.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But I think, it's really hard because you meet some people that have really striking blue eyes and it's just the first thing and it's like the only thing you can look at. I don't know if I find it intimidating. It's just like, wow, really striking. Or, wow, really beautiful. Is that and green eyes as well? Like with this really bold green eyes,
I don't know if maybe intimidating is strong, but it's like, it's intense.
It is.
And I guess if you're already nervous and you're looking at someone and you're like, oh, so your eyes are really distracting, it's like, this is not helping. Yeah. Could you actually look over there while I'm talking so I can like get my head in the game? And then someone's been trying to call Kami all through service. Yeah. And it's an unknown number, so he's like, perfect storytelling for this. It kind of reminds me of the stuff from season 1 with the when are you going to make Michael Spaghetti? When are you going to make Michael Spaghetti?
Yeah, true.
You're going to make Michael Spaghetti, and that's how they found all that money.
Yeah.
So the unknown numbers called him again. He picks up the call. It's the Michelin Man. Oh, we don't know who it is, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think he says it's the Michelin Man, but we don't see the response. Anyway, we see Kami like sitting down, sort of like rubbing his face after the call. Sid comes in, she's like, what's going on? Like, tell me, you seem stressed. And he's like, just had a call from the Michelin people. And it's like, wow, they literally just came in yesterday.
That's quick.
And he was like, no, they were actually in here ages ago.
No, that was not the star man yesterday.
Like, so who enough? Okay. Because she's like, we didn't get a star. Based on Kami's face, because it's very like startled.
But he also explained that he found the food amazing. All these positive things.
Yeah, in a way that's like, when people give you a bunch of things to be like, it's a no, but you did a really good job. So Kami's associate's like, right, we didn't get the star, which they also needed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's weird because they were like, if we get the star, we can stay open. But the money had already run out.
No,
so what are they going to do?
I think they would hope that if they get the star, it will help with just rejuvenating the interest into business.
And I think them getting the star does actually, we jump ahead after this, but it seems like them getting the star does like everything's fixed now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, true. That part's not answered. Just like everything's back to normal. Well, actually, no. She does say, "Oh, like we're now back in the green." That wasn't the didn't Sugar tell Sid, "Oh, like the way the finances are being spent is more efficient now."
What in the jump ahead or in that moment?
No, because in that moment she had said after service. I think she said that they had not made profit.
They hadn't made profit. No,
but I thought that they had another moment where she was like, "Oh, we're back in the green." I don't know if that was post Star, but Star happens like soon after service.
Yeah, we actually don't see anyone's reaction.
Anyway,
before we jump to that. So yes, it's like we didn't get a star, did we? And obviously they're devastated because it was like, well, that was our last hope.
Yeah.
We don't get the star, then we might as well just all of us just kill ourselves in here tonight. And Kami's like, no, we didn't get a star. And I immediately was like, we got to.
It was so flipping obvious,
we got to. I was like, fuck you, actually.
No, also
as if Kami's a sick enough dude to play that Simon Carles thing of like, you're not going through because you're actually going to make it all the way.
No, but also, this is exactly how he said it. He said, you got to.
Yeah, he did say you got to.
No, we.
Even though, if you actually do the math.
It was actually him.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't yesterday when you were leading. It was actually Yeah.
I mean, we all
it was like, I got one, you got one, because it's definitely some of your meals too.
Of course.
Yeah.
And now we don't know what day he came in specifically. We know it wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, so therefore, we got to.
But he's given, again, Kami's so divorced from the business now. You have my Michelin stars, which a part of that did scratch on my brain a little bit, because it's like, let's not have Kami veer into that space of like, God, I'm just so good at cooking. Like, I don't even care about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got 2 Michelin stars, but I just don't care about it anymore. It's like,
yeah, come on, man.
As if everybody in their life is going to experience that, getting 2 Michelin stars.
You've even beaten your nemesis, Joel.
Joel. What's his name?
Not Dummer. That's not
Joel.
Oh my God.
Joel. It was there. I lost it. Joel.
It's gonna piss me off.
Joel.
Joel McHale.
Oh, I was gonna say Joel Fry.
Joel McHale played Chef David.
2 Joels today.
Yeah.
Yes, Joel McHale did play horrible Chef David.
Yeah. He probably beat him.
Your restaurant's still going and Ever's dead. You did it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he tells her, and then she's like, "Oh, okay." She like gets up. She goes in the kitchen. She's freaking out.
Yeah.
As you would.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah,
Do you mean we got 2 stars?
Yeah.
And then we had a lovely moment, which again could have been even better if they made out. But
we can talk about what have thoughts on those.
They said you're not gonna get your swirl. You're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna get it, and you're not gonna get any type of romance. You're not gonna get swirl. You're not gonna get straight chocolate. Nothing for you guys.
We're gonna talk. I have thoughts about that moment.
So anyway, Sid runs out, and she's like, "We got 2 stars," and then they hug each other quite intimately.
Hands on the back of his head.
They are literally holding each other's hand.
Yeah, exactly. Like his hand is like on her braids. Get your hands off my braids if you're not going to kiss me.
They don't my braids. First of all, second of all, we don't even kiss.
Like, I'm sorry. And then they hug again.
They are clinging to each other. As they should. We have did it. We did it.
Like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Why can't we have a little kiss?
Okay.
To celebrate. You don't kiss your colleagues when you win 2 Michelin stars?
No. I barely hugged them.
You didn't kiss me. You didn't tell me you wouldn't kiss me if the pod won 2 Michelin stars.
Why am I kissing you, man?
Because we did this together.
Yeah, I'll give you a hug. Like, we will embrace. But that's not why I'm embracing you with my hand to back off your neck. But like
they have not ever hugged each other like that.
No, I know.
Just saying that.
And let's also, he didn't like. They first hugged. He put his hand on. Look, I watched this scene quite a few times on social, just so I could analyze, because it just didn't make sense. Then he put his hands on her face, and I was like, if they kiss, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Why?
Look, I've never been. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. I have not, and you can listen to the previous season reviews. I have not been 100% on Sid and Kami. I have been on Sid and Luca. If you're giving me Sid and Luca that moment, I'll be like, yeah.
Ew!
Kiss!
She wins the 2 Michelin stars and she goes to kiss Luca.
Yeah, she's happy, man.
You don't have respect.
She has
your husband is in the next room,
sorry.
And you have walked past him to go and kiss Luca.
She will embrace Kami, and then she'll go and find Luca, and she'll be like, we won the Michelin star. And then they do have a little kiss then. Okay.
Why am I letting employees kiss me? Everyone can come up and give me a kiss. Quick.
My other thing was, because this is my other theory. I have a couple of theories.
They already did have sex.
No, my theory was, do you think that they shot that scene with them doing a kiss but then cut it at the end?
No, I think they never, they just never.
Yeah.
They never let her. They were like, this is enough. This is going to make the little losers at home horny. We're not going to even give them no kisses.
Exactly. And also, when I watched that GQ interview that they did, one of the questions was like, what was the last scene that we filmed together? And they were like, oh, the last film was scene is you're going to talk about later in terms of
the party.
Yeah, the party. The last they did together, just one-on-one, was the embrace. So that implies that it wasn't supposed to be a kiss; it was just an embrace. Blah blah blah. And then the second thing that I thought was quite funny, I think it happened just post-service, was when not Donna. What's the mother's name?
Donna.
Yeah, sorry, Donna and Pete are looking at the and he's like, oh, and Pete's like, oh, that's Sid and Carmi. I mean, that's that's Sid. Sorry,
you've met Carmi before.
that's Sid. And then she's like, oh, are they dating? And he's like,
we have theories.
No, but we have theories. And I think that's a wink. It's a breaking of the fourth wall to us. We have theories.
I thought that
I was like,
fun.
You're giving us like, oh, we've had the theory.
But then also now consider my new theory, which is, what if they just fucked off screen? And none of us know.
Why couldn't they tell us this?
No, we just don't need to know. It's just like it happened one time after service. They started doing hand stuff. It escalated. They said, we don't need to talk about this. We need to focus on why we're here, which is the food.
Then why on earth did they not kiss out of that embrace? Because
we did it once. It was weird. It wasn't. Not everybody you kiss is gonna have chemistry with. Maybe they kissed and they're like, ugh.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I was conflicted because like the hug was giving me. This could be interpreted in 15 different ways.
Could you interpret it as the hug was two people who have been intimate before?
No,
you think that was a hug of two people who've only ever hugged each other like that today?
Yeah. This is intense. The scene before it, again, I just watched it today, so it's very fresh in my mind. The scene before she goes and runs out to hug him, she puts on the stove, the fire, they literally point and the camera zooms.
Become the conspiracy theorist. This is the most in-depth I've ever heard Shoshanna talking about any aspect of a show that we watched.
I know, because
the camera zooms.
The camera zooms on the fire, what's it called? The flames. And you see it like intensify as, it gets warmer. So I think it's symbolism of her of her feelings of like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this has happened. And that's why we have this really intense embrace. Because they've never embraced like that.
What's happen if they win free? They're fucked. They have to.
I mean, he won't be there, so.
Oh.
She's going to Copenhagen.
He is not getting that arc.
I know he's not, but
there's no way he's getting that.
I know he's not.
That scene of all of the seasons in the series was the most unhinged.
No,
bullshit.
More unhinged than the AA reveal, like AA meeting at the end of episode 1, where he's talking about like he's really releasing the grief of.
That is spectacular.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is this was bullshit. What do you mean that his plan? Remember when Sid was like to him, "What's your plan?"
Yeah, it's true, and he's like, "I'll tell you
when this was the plan.
I'll tell you when it happened.
You're gonna go work in an architecture firm."
Do you know what pissed me off in that scene? Because they didn't reveal what it was until like she was like, "Oh, is this what you for?"
I meant, what are you looking for
as an intern at our architecture firm? I was like, okay. Weirdly, it makes sense because I think about my brother studied architecture. He also loved food. True. Yeah, and he's like, I feel like there's a connection in that as well in terms of there is a creativity and a structure that you get in both industries.
I thought he was going in to see a book publisher.
Same.
When they're coming in, John Mulaney's character is like, they love sob stories and go in there and tell them about all the shit that you've been through, all of that. But why would you tell me to say that? What the hell?
As an intern.
That was such a weird pep talk. The pep talk gave, he's either going in to meet an agent, he's going in to meet a publisher, or the show's going to do a real breaking of the fourth wall and have him pitch the bear. That's what I thought.
I would have lost my mind.
Absolutely unhinged. And have him go in and sit down and be like, we could call it. The Bear.
I think...
And it's a reality TV show about the place where I work, which I don't work at no more, by the way.
I'm sorry, I would have probably lost my mind if they did that. Literally them walking into like the Hulu or FX offices.
Hi. No TV experience. He's just walked straight to FX and been like, food, restaurants, tension. What do these things have in common?
Oh my gosh.
So the show follows me as I come back after my brother killed. Remember my brother? We didn't talk about this season. My brother did kill himself.
Yeah, finished.
It was huge for me.
Oh my gosh.
But I meet this girl. She kind of changed my life. It's kind of flirty. Will they? Won't they?
That is the equivalent of the Alison Steve ending of, like, honestly. No, I agree with you. I honestly thought it was a book deal.
Yeah, because there's something about his mum looking through his notebook, which I get. They're like, oh, they wanted. It's a nice moment because I guess Donna's never really connected.
Yeah.
They haven't spoken. She hasn't seen the journey on. But like all of those intricate drawings, and I get it now. The intricate drawings, architecture.
Yeah.
I was like, why doesn't he just make? He loves food.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like the business.
Yeah.
So why can't he just make?
Create a cookbook. There's so many things. Anyway, it didn't make sense, but also like it needs to show like this is a complete, like he's changing his life. This is a real pivot for him.
To be an architect.
I know. But him in a suit, I was like, interesting.
Oh, I'm sure you like that.
I walked right into that one. I walked into that because I realised I know there's been a couple of scenes where he's been dressed.
Do you think you have to date someone who works in corporate then? The way you go off for these suits. Because we could do if we date someone who's an architect who's wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
There's nothing wrong with that, like.
But you're not going to get what you like, is what I mean. You need him to be the black coat.
No, but we are going to go out on special occasions where he needs to
make him wear back dress up in a suit every time you guys go out.
Not every time, but we will go.
Don't bring your husband in a suit to my baby shower. By the way, I don't want to see.
I mean, we're not allowed to have baby showers.
Every time I see Shoshanna's husband, he's very hesitantly wearing a three-piece suit. It's very intense. What's the deal with that? And he's an uncle as well. So it's weird.
Shut up, you idiot, about him being an uncle.
The pot belly and
that's I'm saying you.
And that waistcoat is begging.
I'm so tired. Oh my Lord. Oh gosh. No, I'm so done. But yeah, I think that the way they were positioning Carmi's character or post-career direction was a bit misleading, and that was kind of what was slightly pissing me off with that scene.
Yeah, no, it was pissing me off with that scene.
So I get what you mean by that moment just feeling a bit BS-y.
Yeah, it didn't have. It definitely was supposed to be a callback to that scene in season 1, and like trusting Jeremy Allen White to just deliver some beautiful writing. But there was something about it. I was like, I don't really understand the point of this in the way that, like, in that AA, you know what it is he's trying to talk about, right? Yeah. He's talking about the restaurant, but he's mostly talking about his grief and his brother and how difficult all of this stuff is and how angry he is. And it's so very good. And I think the writing is spot on. And here I found myself being like, I don't know at the end, because he starts with being like, I don't want to work in that industry anymore. But yesterday we did have a service and, everybody wanted it. It was so electric and it just really inspired me. And I love the food and I love this and I love my friends and I love my family and I love food and I love the restaurant.
Why are you here though, boo?
Why are you here?
Yeah, I mean, she eventually asked. Well, she didn't need to ask it, but she just needs to ask.
Because we were like, what's going on?
Yeah, because it didn't reveal.
I was worried at some point she was going to be like she's a therapist. Like, what's happening?
I don't know. That part was a bit, but just a bit disjointed. But we eventually got there.
We did.
We eventually got there. I like the scene with Sid and her dad.
Yeah, I really like the scene with Sid and her dad. So yeah, now we are post the Michelin star stuff. For some reason, we don't get to see everyone's reaction to the Michelin star, which is kind of, I don't know, kind of feels like, Euphoria having Rue dying and not getting to see the funeral. Like, I understand that you have to cut some things out, but you could have cut the shit at the beginning and we could have got what we wanted to see, which is, what does this do for everyone's lives? And obviously I feel like those scenes are supposed to give us a glimpse of what life is like now. Like, Sid's dad is so proud of her and they're just like getting something to eat. It's her first day off, which is really nice because we know that they don't get many of those. Richie's getting ready to go to Japan, which he's always wanted to go to. Remember, he's got his little, the sand garden thing that he has in the previous season.
And he's going for a food seminar.
Yes, because he's an international businessman.
Jesus.
He's been to a hospitality seminar.
Yeah.
And he's never been in a plane before, so that is also kind of a bit of the emotional thrust of the episode. He has a panic attack, and Kami calms him down, which is nice. That was a nice full circle moment.
In the same fridge where they were beating each other up.
And the same fridge where Kami crashed out several times.
Yeah.
He decides he is going to go. Marcus says goodbye to Luca at the bottom. I thought maybe they would kiss. At this point, like, someone needs to kiss someone now.
Oh my Lord, I'm so now. What annoys me as well is like Luca went to Copenhagen. I'm assuming he would have heard about the star before he went to Copenhagen, because really he should just come back and be like, oh, we're now 2 stars. I'm back.
No, but you agreed to go work somewhere now. Can you turn around and be like, I'm not coming because I'm actually good where I'm at?
Yeah.
Me and Marcus are going to make a life together.
Oh my Lord.
It's me and Marcus until we die.
I'm so done.
So yeah, anyway, Marcus sees Luca off to the airport.
Yeah.
They don't kiss. So I do harbor whatever, and he says, don't be a stranger, which is... whatever. He didn't say that to Sid.
Where was our moment? Yeah,
never forget that they did set up.
You guys are
in the previous season.
Yep.
A little flirt.
Yep.
At that weird party that they was at Kami's house.
Yeah, the one when they were talking about each other's siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You set that up from day dot. Then you had them flirting in the kitchen, like with chives and stuff.
And then don't forget, Kami brought Sid as his date.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about
Richie's ex-wife's wedding.
Oh, we're talking about the Sid and Kami thing.
No, I'm trying to say it.
Yeah.
You lot have, things are being set up.
For Sid.
For Sid. And don't forget the Marcus.
True.
Ages ago was like,
oh, I like you, Sid.
And then they said, you will not have any of these.
Not one.
Sid, a sexual question mark?
Mate, like, they've just left her, like, maybe.
Sid's only love is food.
Yeah, apparently. But come on. Like, she has expressed no romantic interest.
That's what I'm saying. She's not sexual. She loves food.
No, but it's just crazy, man.
The only thing she loves are food, and specifically food that Kami has made. So that's your man. So why are we not getting hand star?
We did get a bit of hand stuff. She had touched the back of his head.
We got beyond hand stuff. It was arm stuff now.
Yeah.
We get a bit of hand stuff.
No, he put his hands on her face.
There was a lot of looking.
There's a lot. I mean, oh my God, the eye contact. Yeah.
There was a lot of look, and I said, I'm sorry, lesser people would have kissed, but they would have kissed like that. Even if you kissed and you went, that was weird. We should have done that.
Yeah.
This is a very intense moment. We was both excited. Maybe we did a little smooch. But I feel like I think both Kami and Sid are sexless as characters.
Didn't we not see Kami have sex with Claire?
Did we buy that relationship with Claire? I never bought it.
No, I mean, they're good out in real life, but...
Sure.
Yeah, they are.
They have zero chemistry on the show.
I know.
I don't know what they do outside of this, not my business. But on the show, I was like, you lot are forcing us to believe that there is something between these two people.
And in the finale, she's there.
And I said, what the fuck is Claire doing?
Yeah, I know. When I saw that, I was like, oh,
this is a family event.
She is fam.
You're not family.
She's, she's not
part of our family.
Yeah, well, it definitely means that she's not going to be, like, Sid and Kami is not going to be a thing.
I don't even care about it anymore. Like, fuck those two.
Yeah.
I forget it now.
I mean, yeah, that part was a bit of a surprise. And the reason they're having a party is because Richie's daughter's
birthday.
Yeah, and they said they have a little surprise in the restaurant.
Yeah, and everyone's there from work.
I know.
Is that a kid's birthday party?
I know, but
please.
They're family.
I get it, but let's get a bit real.
Yeah, but they're family. And then I think because we're getting to this like compilation of everyone like figuring out life. Like, don't we see Ankh like speak to? Do we know?
Kami. Yeah, to be like, I just don't want you to throw your life away. And Kami's like, but I will be throwing my life away if I stay here. And it's like, okay. And then he goes, so what's the deal if I want to take your mum out for dinner?
Oh, God, yeah. That
I thought was quite funny.
Yeah.
And I feel like he does kind of like this is not the first time he's kind of, trying to move to Donna, which is crazy because isn't he actually, are they family?
That's what I was trying, I'm so confused.
Like his actual uncle.
That's what I thought.
But then so when I went back to watch the hot dog episodes, Richie says, oh, but Cicero is not even Italian, he's Polish. So if Kami's family are Italian, how can they have one Polish uncle?
Yeah, the family tree doesn't make sense.
It's not clear.
No. I mean, I think we're going to have to assume that the uncle is some type of person that has been brought into the family.
That's what
he's not in the WhatsApp group.
But then in that final, also in that episode, in the hot dog episode, there's a picture of Ung and their dad, a black and white photo, and he says, "Oh yeah, we've always been close because we were close. We grew up together because we were close in age."
Maybe they're just friends. Oh no,
it sounds very much like
they're brothers.
I think about him all the time. I had a dream about him.
I don't know.
So I'm like, oh, who?
Yeah, I don't know. And now we need a bit of understanding.
But listen, if Izzy can have baby with Steve, Unk can go on dinner with Donna. Their dad's been and gone. Everybody deserves love.
I'm so finished.
But what's also great is Unk had a wife in season 1.
Did he?
Yeah, he was throwing a kids' party. That's why they'd gone to his house. Remember, he throws a kids' party.
God,
Richie and Carmi go to cater, and then Richie's bottle of Xanax ends up
one of the funniest moments in that season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We never hear mention of that woman again. All them kids, but he wants to take Donna out for dinner.
Yeah.
Don't make Donna a sister wife.
Yeah.
That's not nice. We're not doing that in this house.
I'm so done. I think. I don't know.
Is there any other? Oh, the spoon thief is revealed.
Yes.
Ibrahim finds out that Marcus is hoarding every spoon in the restaurant.
Which is wild. Why? Because one time I used to taste my dish, couldn't find a spoon, and I vowed never again to not have a spoon. Therefore, I must take.
And Ibrahim says, "Marcus, you broke my heart into pieces on the floor." And Marcus is just grinning at him like the villain, the comic book villain he's become. Ibrahim just can't believe it. And Marcus is like, "Listen, you and I can come to some sort of arrangement if you need a spoon, but no one can ever know about this." It was just like totally so
different. Like Marcus has gone through a journey because he was just pissed off, did a bit of show and tell with dad, and then now he's like Joker.
Yeah, now I'm good though because I have a workplace.
True.
Maybe Marcus and Sid will be.
No, I don't want that. Out of all the 3 scenarios, that is the one I want.
Because he's black.
I hate you for saying that.
You don't like. It's not that. You hate black
people. No. It's not because of that. It's because they are out of all of them, they give the most friend vibes.
But that's what I'm saying.
There was no flirtation.
Like it's not like with her and Kami where it's just sexual tension. She has actual
she has more sexual tension with like flanty banter,
Ooh.
like banter with
Flanta.
She has flanter with Luca, and that's a bit of tension there. I just don't see. My thing with Sid and Kami.
But Marcus and Sid could build a good life together as 2 people very passionate about the same thing. They could open their own restaurant. They call it Sid and Marcus's. They make just like fun food, and they're in like Architecture Digest, interviewed by Kami, talking about the house that they've bought in the suburbs in Chicago, and how they have this lovely kitchen, and Sid has had like 2 babies.
I just see them more as sister and brother.
Because they're black?
No, I think regardless, it's just their personalities. Always, you're such an idiot. They are sister and brother. Leave my sushi alone. No, I just feel like, they do always just have given that vibe between the 2. And it's just not the same dynamic in comparison to Luca or even Kami, even though I'm not like into that romantic element of it. That being said, they've given so many lover girl warm moments in the series that has made me want to think of them as being romantic, but I find it really hard to.
I think, as we have discussed every season, we've been like, Sid and Kami when. Sid and Kami's relationship, the reason why I find it, I completely understand from a story perspective, like, you don't bring in any romance, because this relationship is 2 equals bound by the thing that they love, really trying to impress each other, and outdo each other, and like get to each other's level, and that's a very specific kind of relationship. They make each other a better cook. If you add in now, like, oh, then we go home and we smash, I think it dilutes what's happening there. And so, like, I think of Sid, when I was watching it, it made me think of Mad Men, and I've talked about this before on the pod, I know, but the relationship between Don and Peggy is kind of similar in that, like, we're 2 people who see each other, and because of that, and now if there was ever an element of this where it was romantic, it would mess up It would make you start to rethink, like maybe he didn't see her, maybe he was just thinking with his dick. There's no element, there's no, never, and that's what, there would be a question about whether he actually rated her as a cook and whether she really rated him. And now you don't have that question.
Because it's just like this mutual understanding and like this partnership of people that work so well together.
Yeah, and who are fans of each other. I'm a fan of you.
Yeah. I took a step back and I was thinking about it today. There's some elements that maybe it's not fully like my life, but I think about like in my career, I've had like probably like 2 bosses where I have like not the romantic in any sort of the word dynamic between like the Sid and Kami, but like 2 people that work really well together, like really complement each other really well in terms of work. So it was like my first manager that I had when I worked in TV, and actually my current manager now. And I feel like, we get on really well from a work standpoint, and there's like a really great, for the most part, great partnership. And there's nothing romantic between that, but I get that dynamic in a sense. So that's why I like Sid and Kami like embraced, and I was like, in my head, literally, I think I even said that out loud, like if they lean in to kiss each other, I think I'm gonna throw up because I just don't see it. Because
what if she just bit his ear?
I'm finished. You're such an idiot. No, but that's what I could see. They're just 2 people that have just like gone through this like process. Yeah, exactly, kind of thing. And like, oh my God. And like, and I think about it, like when I worked on big ass campaigns and you've finally done it, and I was like, we did it. Like, it just, thank God we've done it. But it's no. It's not romantic at all, but it's just I'm so glad this is an audio only podcast because you wouldn't see what she's doing. But like, that's how I feel and that's why I kind of, in my head, I understand the platonic part of it a lot more. But then that being said, and this is now completely separate to me, there's some of the scenes across this series has sown so much doubt in what I've just said around my thoughts of them being platonic.
I think the thing that kind of started to really make the question more vivid was the stuff around him getting with Claire. And Sid seeming annoyed about that. And again,
a bit jealous.
Again, she was able to be like, because you're not paying attention to work. Really? But it's like, is work a stand-in for you're not paying attention to me? But like that, she could also have been jealous, not from a romantic standpoint, but from a like, you were putting a lot of focus on me, and now you're putting focus somewhere else, and I admire you, and I think of you as a mentor, and I think I need that back, right? And then they have this like hot talk where he's like, you're always going to be my favorite or whatever. The way that,
can't make an express.
And then you're like, oh, okay. So it's just like, listen, Claire's just to tie me over for now. So you and I will be together.
I'm so finished.
Someday.
I'm so finished.
But I just think actually for the show to work, it could not have devolved into as Sid and Carmen are like fucking in the fridge, but like
it's a different show.
It's a different show. But what I do find interesting is that like even though we know it's a different show, there's still a desire to be like, can our favourites get together?
Is it because it's a man and a woman? If this was 2 women,
they're my favourites. There's other men and women on there, and I'm not desperate for them to hook up.
I mean, okay, we will talk about our predictions of what we thought the end of the series would be, which I'll touch on a little bit later. But that's why I keep on thinking, is it because of the relationship and like us really want to see this romance? Because you're right, throughout the course of this 5 seasons, there've been barely any romance. The most romance we have has been the most romance we have literally seen is with Richie and Jessica this season. That's the most we've seen.
Did get Claire.
And Claire and Kami. So I always ignore them. I'm so sorry. Claire and Kami. And also Fak and the girlfriend. Like you had a couple of moments, but in terms of like our main core, it's only been Richie and Jessica that has been even close. Kami, yes, but Claire. Sid, nothing. That pissed me off. I'm like, why can't the black girl get love? Why can't she?
This is not a love show.
No, but it can't be like her love is food when food seems to also give her stress. Come on, man.
No, and also I feel like the show's trying to say like none of these people are really in a position to like have a healthy relationship. Like Tina can do it because she was already married.
Yeah.
You can't be doing this, having this baby and trying to start a baby with someone else. Doesn't make sense. You need to focus. Like, would Sugar have had time to date Pete? Had she not already had Pete?
True. It's really hard.
If you think about it, no one there aside from Tina and Sugar is in a relationship.
Yeah, true. It's really true.
The restaurant is everything that they do.
Because they don't go out. Like, they don't have time off.
They work 6 days a week.
True.
Like, is there and even in that downtime, they're just thinking about work.
Yeah.
Like, the chefs are cooking in their free time as well. Trying new recipes and shit.
That's crazy.
Like, when are you going to be on a date and that being like, hi, I'm Sid. My likes are...
If they give us...
goofball at heart.
I know, if they give us an extra episode, she needs to go to Copenhagen and get some hand play with Luca, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You need to give our girl some love. I'm not here for Kami. If anything, Kami can be jealous. But you need to give our girl some love. And the person that I feel like she had the best connection to romantically, in my opinion, was Luca.
There was no romance. So you can't even say she had the best
I'm sorry,
they connected.
No romance. They connected beyond the food. Whereas Sid and Kami, they only connected over the food.
But Sid is Kami's
peace, I know.
And Kami is Sid's.
I know.
And she never had that with Lucas. So
peace, she looks fun.
Lucas got nice hands, yeah. I'm sure he does great hand stuff, but that's not the point. Is he going to anchor me when I need anchoring?
She doesn't need to. He's 6 foot. He can anchor her anyway.
That's not my man. I need my blue eyes.
No, Kami, don't intimidate me with those blue eyes.
Calm me with the blue
calm me. Yeah, okay. Let me tell you the predictions. So, firstly, I did say, I think it was in the previous season, I did say that the way they were able to save the restaurant is through not the franchising, through the beef element. I had mentioned that. Now, your predictions, your first one that was way off is you said that Unc would die. Is that Unc or Donna would die in season 5?
Okay.
So that did not happen. At one point I was thinking, are we going to get a death? But
I mean, I didn't. I also wondered, like, with the weather, whether they were going to be like, "Oh no, somebody got
exactly. Yeah. But like,
Donna and the baby didn't make it.
The reason you had said that is because, like with the previous seasons, you had one episode that was very family centered, and like this was going to be a moment where all the family would come together. The baby shower, the birthday party was doing that.
Who was even caring about that? I should have been a murder. Should have been a murder. But think about it, if Unc died, they could have got life insurance.
True, they get. But why?
Oh God. Why didn't you just die of a heart attack?
Yeah, but you know, you also said this was cracking me up. That there would be a threesome or 3-way kiss between Kami, Lucas, and Sid. And you gave an example of like, maybe we won't see the kiss, but then they will all go, like, after the party, they'll go into a room, the door will close, and then in the morning they'll be cooking for each other.
That's I mean, look at me. I really have some cool ideas.
It was hilarious.
And that's maybe how they could have, if you don't ever want to make this a show about romance, you just have one moment. Wait, did those guys? And then you never say
no, but then that will be like with Alice and Steve and like the Steph Steve together. That will be your linchpin moment for the rest of the season.
No, it's a flash. It is a flash. You know when they do those moments, you know at the beginning of the season when they're like showing everyone getting ready to come.
Yeah,
it's like that.
That's crazy.
You just have a moment.
Like blinking, you miss
like,
it.
have you got my shoes? And that's it. You don't know who she's talking to. You're like, wait a minute. Go back.
I'm so done.
Isn't that Kami's window?
She's
at Kami's house.
I'm so finished. We did talk a lot about romance and like what kind of romance we would have loved to see.
Yes.
I think we both said that, you know, Jessica and Richie, which that did happen. Of course, Sid and Kami.
That wasn't it. The Jessica and Richie wasn't even built up for as long.
No, I think they did. They built it up.
No, not for 5 seasons.
No, they started around like season 2. Was she introduced in season 3?
3, but there was no romance element until 4, I'm sure.
Yeah, 4 was when it was indicated. You also suggest predicted that Fax may get married. Talking of romance.
That would have been.
Yeah, it would have been nice. And then Richie going, if it wasn't with Jessica, Richie going back with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And bye-bye to Josh Hartnett.
But he was at the party.
He was, yeah. So there was, yeah. So those were some of the predictions. The death one was the one that was way off. The 3-way kiss was not that. I mean, really? You spent half the time talking a lot about Lucas and Marcus, which we didn't talk about it much.
Yeah, I know.
And actually, when
what was a 3-way kiss between? Yeah, what was a 3-way kiss between Lucas, Marcus, and Sid?
No,
maybe she goes for they all.
No,
that's the go for the episode.
Really and truly, if they're fighting, they should be fighting over Sid. Not over like, oh, you're pissing me off.
So the next Copenhagen episode is
That's next.
Sid and Marcus have gone to visit Luca, right? But it's very clear when they get there, there's like tension because like Luca is flirting with Sid. Marcus is like, hold on a second. He starts flirting with Sid. Sid's like, she's like just being flirting with everyone because she's having
She's
fun
a free
now.
agent, yeah.
Yeah, she's in Copenhagen. She doesn't have to worry about anything.
Oh, I'm so
the
dumb.
two of them have a conversation. They're like, look, I feel like you had your shot with Sid. She said no. Just bow out gracefully. Let me pursue her. And Marcus is like, Sid should get to pick. And so they go back in there. They've had a couple of wines. They're like, you have to pick between us. And she's like, why do I have to pick?
I'm not here for that.
And then it's like challenges where she's like, you two have to kiss. And then they kiss her. And then we get the some cut to breakfast the next day.
And they're cooking. Well, who's the cook dessert?
Who's doing dessert for breakfast?
I mean, like
so what I'm imagining
savory,
is the boys are cooking. Sid is like feet up on a couch.
Do you know what? She deserves it. It's been a long, long time
they
coming.
Come and they feed her eggs.
Yeah, she needed some love. Like, I just feel like it's so annoying. Why couldn't we have given her anyone? Like literally anyone in the 5 years.
Well, she said she had a crush on the weatherman, didn't she? I love him. Maybe that's who she should have moved to.
So I think that 6-year-old weatherman, yeah, whatever. Whereas you had Luca. Oh, and you had blue eyes as well, if you want to say that. I mean, the only one that would have been absolutely nuts if you sucked off Jessica and Richie and
I mean, those two.
I mean, there were some really friendly moments. Yeah, and he brought her as a date to the wedding. That wouldn't have been fun.
So Richie brought Sid as a date. So who did Carmi bring? Or he just came by himself?
It wasn't clear there.
Yeah, but they didn't come together.
Oh, maybe I think he came by himself then. Yeah. Because that's how Sid was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, what a moment, what a time.
And then at the end when he's going to Japan and she's like, here's things you need.
Yeah,
take care of yourself. Like, that's a very caring thing. So if we then found out that they were together, again, I would be like, what?
I think that would be my biggest what. Like, that would be crazy.
Hey, love you.
No.
Would have been insane.
I think they're trying to set that up. Like, they're going to have a dynamic that not necessarily going to be the same intensity as Carmi and her, but like, there's a level of care between them. She is the peace. She is ultimately the peace.
No, Richie's the peace. He's the most peaceful person in that place.
Well, now.
Yeah, now. Like, if anything, Sid is the more high-strung of the two of them.
Yeah. As we've now pretty much wrapped up season 5. That's 5 series of The Bear. Tell me some of your top moments. I'm not gonna put them in ranking, but
when Sid and Connie hugged at the end.
Not just series 5, overall.
I know.
Oh.
Number one, when, like I mentioned this before, the penultimate episode of season 1, when they have that like just shit day.
Sid and Kami under the table.
When Sid and Kami on the table, when Kami throws that cake on the floor is iconic. Sorry, I will never ever forget when Marcus has brought the cake to be like, oh, will you taste my cake? And he's like, are you fucking okay? And he throws it on the floor. My heart was broken. I was equally like, that. Marcus, why did you do that?
Wrong timing, dude. Wrong timing.
And then she stabs Richie, and he's like, oh, she stabbed me.
Yeah.
Like, that is a fact. Honestly, I will go back and rewatch that episode all the time.
Yeah.
Fishes is a fantastic episode.
I think any of those big family moments, Fishes and Forks, I can't remember, I always get spoons or forks wrong, but those are...
Spoons. Richie's episode.
Sorry, Richie's episodes. That moment where he transforms into the suit.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I keep on walking into
it. You are cliche.
I keep on walking into this moment. It's just so iconic because that is literally the metamorphosis of his character changing from Richie to Richie.
Is this a good line that you had before that you were saying?
No, what was a good line? Oh, that with series 5. I'll talk about it when I do our ratings.
Okay.
Yeah. The birthday party in season 1. That was the time when the comedy really kicked in.
Yeah, the birthday party.
Absolutely hilarious. I mentioned before the AA moment as well.
Yeah, like, the AA moment.
That is when you knew this show is not a joke. This is a real. I think to me that shifted. Like, this is not just a low budget show. This is going to be a strong drama.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch the season again. But I do remember I quite liked the episode last season where it was when Michael was alive.
Yeah.
That was nice. It's nice. All the moments where we got to see Michael was really were really nice too. I like that the show kept that continuity, and obviously he's less present. This season.
I thought there will be a bit more of him because it's the season ending and stuff like that. But
there's that moment where Kami's like messages him all good.
Yeah,
it's like I think the show has done a good job of like taking that grief from like this ever-present thing to this thing that just is like now a part of that space. You know, like Richie is thinking about Mikey when he comes in for service that day. He's thinking about him when he's going to Japan. You know, he says like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go to Japan. Like, or like it's a part.
He's a part of the show
of the show still, even though, you know, I guess. I don't know how much time has passed because time in that show is...
No, because it's not 5 years, but it's probably 5 months.
So no, there is no way it's 5 months. There is no way it's 5 months.
A year or two. The cans episode, like tomato can, like that.
That's a great episode. And also, if you remember in that episode, that's when Kami makes his what's the word?
Declaration.
Well, yeah, kind of. He makes his proposal to Sid,
that she
they're going to run this thing together.
Yeah, that's true.
And that felt to me like the beginning.
Oh, I'm so done.
Of a beautiful relationship.
I'm so finished.
And we didn't even get one smooch. It's crazy.
No.
Not even a mistletoe kiss.
I'm sorry, you got 2 hands on her face. I think that's as much as you're going to get. I think that's as much as you're going to get. What are the ones that I really like? Some very small funny fact moments, like when the Kami told Fax, I think, go and take the water or the glasses to another table, and he just like puts it. Oh, I need to get the scene right, but he just goes up to the table and is like, "Here's water,"
and walks off with the water. Yeah.
It's just so dumb. Yeah,
that reminded me of one of my favorite bits, and it came full circle this season throughout the show that Kami can't do maths. Earlier in the season, when they're in season 2, when they're talking about, so if we're going to have 8 tables, he's like, so if we're going to have 8 tables, we'll need 14 chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what? He's like, 8 times. Like, no, leave the maths to me. And then this season, they're like, well, if this is whatever, then we'll have how many left? And he goes, 52. And they're like, oh my God, good job. Good job, buddy.
I'm so done.
Like, I like that, like the recurring bit about how he just doesn't know how to do maths. He's become more autistic as well as the show goes on. It's fun for me. Love the
representation. Sid and Luca having a conversation about siblings, and then at the end of that party, I'm so sorry. I loved it. It was like thinking like, are we seeing something here? Yeah.
Sid's episode.
Sid's episode was great. Sid's episode was really good.
Can I say something I meant to say earlier? But big shout out to the relationship between Sid and Tina.
Yeah,
because in that birthday party episode in season 1, Sid and Tina, that's the first are clashing, and it's the first time they have at the end of that episode. They clash all episode. At the end of the episode, they have a moment where Sid says to like Tina, like, good job, whatever, and then Tina's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then to see them get to the point where she's like, you know, basically you're my boy, and then Tina's like, but do you think I could do it? She's like, of course you do, you've already been doing it. Like that we love to see women in STEM. Or women in food. No, hold on a second.
Exactly. Because
women back in the kitchen.
Yeah, because we've now seen all the men move, and now it's all women. Interesting.
And also, listen, Kami, the white man, has left to let the blacks and the Latinos continue to work like slaves in his restaurant.
I'm so finished.
There are now no white men working apart from Richie, of course, but he's Polish.
That's actually crazy. That is actually crazy.
Why have all the white men?
Actually, because Luca dipped. Marcus is the wow.
And they had those poor men washing dishes in the locker room.
And those are the facts anyway, so it's fine.
No,
what?
The dudes who were washing the dishes in the locker room.
No, oh my gosh.
And then when Sid came and said, how are you guys doing? And they're like, this is the first time anyone's ever asked us.
That was very bad. Yeah.
And I said, that's because they are not paying you guys a legal wage.
No.
You need to unionize.
No.
But I liked I like the representation in the show.
Yeah, they tried. Yeah.
Actually.
I actually really like Tina's episode as well.
I like Tina's episode too.
Nice, yeah.
I liked Ibrahim. I like, honestly, again, the show. The one of the highlights of the show is the characters and the cast.
Yeah.
At the point where they managed to get Jamie Lee Curtis to play the mum.
Yeah.
In that episode, they've got Sarah Paulson, John Mulaney, Bob Odenkirk, like cameos upon cameos upon cameos upon cameos, because people had seen the show and thought it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And not many shows can do that.
No.
That are a half-hour show on FX.
No. Of all channels. Channels. I think, those are probably, I'm sure there were so many more, but those was definitely some of the highlights. And also you got 2 stars. Like
let's never forget we got the 2 stars.
That's a great moment, you can't deny that at all. Fab. So what would you rate?
100. I literally was I'm heartbroken it's finished, because I love the show so much, and I wish again, this is me just being a greedy fan, that I don't know, in a couple of years they just do one-off episode, they did the Gary episode, which I'm yet to watch. I'm gonna save when
that one come out, because I think
early June.
Yeah, I've not watched it.
I'm gonna save that for when I'm really feeling for the bear.
Maybe they hide the kiss in there. No, we would have.
No, it's just about Mikey and Richie go on a road trip. It's like a prequel episode.
Okay. Yeah.
So
maybe we'll get
singing that, because they're sitting we haven't met yet, unless they kissed as infants. They've not met yet.
Maybe, yeah. I would actually. I feel like the story isn't completely finished. I feel that there's still so much.
There's still a chance for us to come back for a FAC wedding. There's still a chance for us to come back for
a
aunt's funeral.
Yes, true.
For us to come back for Threesome in Copenhagen.
I'm so done. I do. I would love them to come back here. If it's a one-off episode, a bit of a film, who knows? I would be 100% open to it. It didn't feel like it was final, even though it is wrapping up. But I loved this season. It
was a great finale.
It was. It really was.
After some finales, it was how you end a show for sure.
Exactly. And I felt satisfied. I felt there was growth, and I just really loved the show. And my line was, there was a bit of tears. No, there was a bit of a tear and a bit of a cheer from this series. Or from this season in general. Every time I hold my perfect lines, this guy either laughs or throws them or tears them apart.
You even messed up. So the delivery of it, you've already made a mistake, and then you want me to be like, wow.
I think I mentioned it before, but yes, there was a tear and there was a cheer.
One single tear.
Kinda, yeah. I really enjoyed being in this world, and I'm gonna miss it, and it is gonna force me to rewatch it. That's one of the things I did say in my last review. I need to rewatch the show. I am actually gonna rewatch it. Just all the moments where they were so close to have a moment. Sid and Luca, and Carmi.
No, I'm actually sick of this Sid and Luca.
I just don't understand why you don't see it.
I never started to think. That was a fun conversation. Is there something? How are we going to say that there's more there?
There's more. They've had other conversations, though.
They've had conversation.
Chives and a bit of flirting. Had a conversation this season.
But they haven't even done hand stuff.
They don't need to do hand stuff. It's just in the connection.
But if you can't do hand stuff,
they will be doing hand stuff in the next iteration. I'm just very annoyed that we just didn't get. No, I'm actually very annoyed that we didn't get anything for Sid.
What if we find out that Christopher Story just doesn't support interracial dating? And that's why he is never...
Go and watch Love Island USA.
Damn.
Okay? That's all you need to do. Go and watch black girls being loved. Interracially and monoracially. Is that the word?
Sure. I don't know.
Black on black love and black with mixed love. It's fine. Don't watch Love Island UK though, because they're struggling. The girls are struggling. Well, yeah. And I rate it of course, 5 out of 5.
Yes.
5+ out of 5.
Yeah. Absolutely stuck the landing. Yeah. Brilliant show, brilliant cast, brilliant direction, brilliant writing. Yes, the beginning of this season was a bit slow, but it was worth it.
It picked it back up, yeah.
And it did stuff that only the bear can do.
True.
So
true. We sent it off to the birth of Chicago.
I hope they start selling those t-shirts, because I will be buying one.
Same. Those t-shirts are really nice.
I'd love to support the original birth.
Yeah. I should have worn my t-shirt today. You know, I know I was. I should have just. You know.
Listen, it is.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It's what it is when it comes to the birth.
The birth, indeed. Cool.
So, we will see you next time.
Yeah. And this has been Scripts and Giggles with Shoshanna
and Marnie.
Thanks all. Bye.